We live. Welcome to MYO Draft Night. The guys are all there. We missed, OG is not white. That is our good brother Tom.
the
Tom's
watermelon
invited,
man.
Tom's invited to the picnic.
I'm very light skinned.
He high yellow. He high yellow.
Exactly.
But yeah, people, we are back on a weekday, and it ain't Sunday. So give us your opinion, man. Give us your opinion on who your team drafting.
Kev?
No, I was talking to the audience, but
Oh, the
Kev,
audience. Yeah, we got an audience tonight. We got an audience.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I think again, the Titans are on the clock. There's no mystery in that. We know it's Cam Ward from Miami. T, what you think about Cam Ward's potential as a pro quarterback?
I think he's gonna be very good. I think the only scary thing about him going to the Titans is the Titans going to have enough to protect him? Are they going to have enough weapons for him to utilize as well? That coaching staff may be on the hot seat as well. So, but I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a good pro. And we have to look at it this way. After McNair, the Titans have not had a good run of quarterbacks. So we're hoping. Well, they're hoping that this will kind of, stop the little drought they've been in.
No, I agree. I mean, obviously, I think something's got to give. I mean, they've been taking quarterbacks like people plucked apples off trees the last couple of years. So it's certainly. What about you, Tom? What you think about the Titans at one with Cam Ward?
Well, I mean, they definitely need someone because Will Levis showed last year that he ain't him. But Cam played against my college team Louisville during the season last year, and I mean he was just, really good as far as getting outside the pocket and creating and stuff like that. And I thought he had good accuracy. So I think, from what I saw on that Saturday when I was watching that game, it seemed like I think his skills are gonna translate well. But like with every quarterback, you ain't worth anything if you don't have an offensive line that can block for you. So that's going to be his main challenge, I think, as far as Tennessee. So.
Well, I don't know how everybody's TVs line up, but the pick is in. The official pick is in.
Mm-hmm. We know it is, though.
I know, yeah.
But they're going to need a running game too.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's plenty of good backs. I think later on
Right.
in the draft.
Right.
And it's official. Cam Ward, Miami, #1 quarterback, #1 player in the draft.
Okay, let's get this one over. I want to see what's number 2. That's what we're all waiting on.
That's where the draft starts.
Yes. And you know what? And we've all said this before, but I have never seen a draft like this before, where you don't know what the next 4, 5, 6 picks are going to be. Right? You don't know. So.
Right. Could Cleveland trade down? As you mentioned, there's been a lot of query about that. Mm-hmm. Will they take Abdul Carter? Will they take Travis Hunter? Those are the 2 question marks right now going into pick 2.
Yeah.
I heard something earlier tonight that supposedly some people are thinking Jackson Dart may make his way up into the top 10. I'm not sure if I agree with that.
He's been getting a lot of buzz, but I don't think he's going that high. But you never know with New Orleans.
Yeah.
Close to Ole Miss, Oxford, Mississippi. Now there's a nice little drive from New Orleans. Who knows? I mean, but I don't think he's that high. But there are people who believe he could go before Shedeur.
Yeah.
The one thing about this whole thing with the draft, we always call it's rumor season, right? Mm-hmm. There's more rumors out there than we know of, right? I mean, there's more rumors out there than Zsa Zsa Gabor or Elizabeth Taylor had husbands. So, It's just, you know what, and funny thing is that people don't realize that teams will throw stuff out there.
Yeah.
Just to throw things out there as well. But then also, too, they'll call reporters and to say, hey, by the way, we're looking at this, when it's not true. And you get the real story.
Oh, wait, guys.
Oh.
I think we got some action. We got a trade.
Yes.
Who's on the clock? I must be behind.
Cleveland.
No, Jacksonville is now on the clock. They're taking Travis Hunter.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Well, I guess there's so much for that Cleveland reunion.
Wow.
Jacksonville gets number 2 pick overall, 4th round pick, and a 6th round in 2026. Yeah. So after this draft, I'm sorry, 6th round this draft. Obviously, Cleveland gets the 5th spot picks with the Jaguars. 2nd pick, 30, which is 56. I can't see. Second round, 4th round pick, and a 2026 first round pick. That's got to be for Travis Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think it could be for Gianti? Because I don't know if Jacksonville has a running game there really.
Yeah, but you don't give up that much for that running back.
Yeah, he wasn't going to. I like this for Travis.
How much they give up?
What you say?
How much they give up?
They gave up 4 draft picks.
They really gave up. They swapped 4 and 6, but they gave up a first round pick next year.
Damn.
So if you know, and obviously if you're Cleveland, you know your team wants to stack picks.
Yeah.
You know, at 5, they'll probably take the tight end. They'll probably take Warren.
Or they may take Gente at 5.
Possibility. I mean, that would be high, but I know obviously it's a copycat league. But you know, I mentioned this. I know DJ will be happy. I mentioned this back in like February that I thought Travis would work well if Neeson can get him because he's going to let him play both sides. Trevor Lawrence can use another shot in the arm with another receiver and pieces. It's interesting to see how Jacksonville will play Travis. Will he be more of a receiver or DB? And he's going home because he's from that part of the country.
He's got to play more DB than wide receiver.
I would hope so. I know Cleveland was talking about him as more of a receiver, and who knows? That could be one of the reasons why they made the trade. You know, like, hey, listen, you know, we have an idea, and the kid's disgruntled. We swap picks, or maybe they feel like on the other end, they didn't feel like he was
pick us in
that work that the 2, because obviously if you go to 5, you've identified somebody at 5 you like.
Well, I mean, also too, you think about it because let's say it is Travis, okay? So then you still have Abdul Carter, you still have Will Campbell, and maybe they like Gente. Who knows? Right.
Yeah, with Cleveland, that's very interesting at 5. I mean, obviously they could if they like. I mean, obviously they got a first round pick next year, so they got value. They probably knew Jacksonville wanted Travis.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I think Abdul Carter's still going 3, unless the Giants make a trade.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
Well, unless the Giants decided they're going to take Shedeur.
Right.
So.
Wow. Well, we got action early.
I like it.
Yeah, I remember you saying that about Travis Hunter and Jacksonville earlier, Kevin.
I mean, I like Neeson. He's college. Coasting your land part of the world. Played coach of Kentucky for a while, Tom.
Yeah.
And, I think he's innovative as a play caller, and I think Travis needs that. Especially his early years. I mean, listen, he'll be begging to play one side of the ball after 2 years in the NFL. But right now, like I said, it's a young team. It's a shot in the arm, and it's good for that franchise. They're building a brand new stadium. You gotta put stars, on the field, and maybe Trevor Lawrence will have a revival of thoughts, and you play him on defense. Good young team.
Well, but the thing is I mean, and as we know, they got a new head coach, they got a new GM, which had to be done.
Yeah.
The thing is, they got to get that stink off of them as being a toxic organization.
Yeah.
So hopefully with Liam Cohen coming in there, that they'll shake things up. So
Right.
Who knows?
But obviously, I'm a Travis Hunter fan, supporter of this young man, and I'm listen. As you see what I'm wearing, I have no allegiance to Jacksonville, but I do like the fact of him going there. I do like the fact of him going home. I do like the fact that that franchise with a brand new stadium gets a shot in the arm. Probably the only thing I like about it is gonna hit the DJ's mouth, but nevertheless, I like the fact of and I think, I'd be surprised if he's not the 2 pick. Would any of you guys be surprised if it's not Travis?
I'd be surprised if he's not.
Right.
But also too, it's probably a better situation for him than going to Cleveland or the Giants because you have stability as a coaching staff there in Jacksonville.
And they're young, because you got to go to the 5-year deal. He's secure for at least a couple years, and it allows him to build. And I think Jacksonville is kind of in that crosshairs, right? A pick like this, in my opinion, I start thinking about Trevor Lawrence. Like, even though you bring in Travis, if it doesn't work now with this influx or these weapons, do you start thinking about moving from Trevor Lawrence in a year or so? But I think it's a good pick for them, infusion of energy, and that place might sell out because of this. They never sell out in Duval.
Well, the thing is that with Trevor Lawrence, you'll see how Liam Cohen actually coaches him. So I think he may be better.
Right. Travis Hunter.
It is Travis. Whose coverage are you watching, Kev? Because I'm getting stuff late.
I'm on NFL Network.
So am I.
Oh, that's where I'm at too. I don't know why I'm getting it late.
It could be the cable outlets,
Okay, so here's a trivia question for you. I love that he's celebrating. Here's a trivia question for you.
Yeah.
Name the 3 players that started at corner and wide receiver in the same game.
I would say one would probably be Jim Thorpe.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Well, okay, let me back up. In the Super Bowl era, name the 3 players that started at wide receiver and corner in the same game.
Well, Deion Sanders would be one of them then.
Yep.
Troy Brown?
Nope. Kevin, if you don't get one of them, I'm going to be so disappointed in you.
Darrell Revis?
Nope.
No, he played no offense. Started on both sides?
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay. Champ Bailey.
He did?
Yep. Champ did. And Cromartie.
Oh, yeah, he played. Yeah, he played. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'm disappointed in you, Kev. Come on. That's your guy.
I know. Listen, just like he forgot one of his kids, I forgot that. I'm sorry. It happened. But
well, when you're in a race with Nick Cannon, see you can have the most kids. You kind of forget those things, right?
No doubt. So again, fellas, Travis Hunter's number 2, Jacksonville. You see him. Where you see him more? Where you got him, Tom? More old offensive side, defensive side, or kind of 50 with this group?
I think he's going to have limited packages as far as receiver starting out. Maybe as the season progresses, he might use him more. But I think he's primarily going to be used in DB, to begin with, I think.
What do you think, Sizzle?
There you go. Look at that. Are you seeing it on TV right now? See my trivia question?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, so you're more on the defensive train, right, Terrell?
Oh, 100%. Because the thing is that you have to spend more time in the defensive room than you do in the offensive room.
Yeah, true indeed.
So yeah, But again, with a coaching staff like that they have, they're going to have some nice packages for him.
And it's got to be a great feeling for a kid like this.
Oh yeah.
For a team to move up, make moves, and give up a first-round pick. You don't give up first-round picks in the NFL unless you really believe somebody's worth that. And Cleveland had 9 picks. So it's like, okay, well, I guess they had, they didn't have a problem giving up something, but this is major this could be maybe outside of Tony Pacelli, maybe even bigger than him. I mean, he was the first, Jaguar ever drafted, but this is a huge pick.
Yeah, I mean, this is even bigger than Fred Taylor.
Oh yeah,
but also too, you really never see teams trade up like this unless it's a quarterback, right?
Right.
To give up those kind of draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you how special this guy is. So are we thinking with this pick in? Is it Shedeur? Is it Abdul Carter?
I think it's Carter.
I think so.
Carter gave off a hint the other day that he's got to give up his Philly roots, because he's going to New York.
Yeah.
But I think it's Carter.
I'm hearing as far as in Vikings draft land that J.J. McCarthy is banging the table for the Vikings to select his high school teammate,
the guard
Tyler Booker, the offensive guard from Alabama. So,
but if the kid is from North Dakota State is there, they may take him or they may take a safety.
Right.
So who knows? And again, the Vikings may be one of those teams that they only have 4 picks. So if somebody wants to come back up and take a Jackson Dart, they may drop out of the first and grab a couple more picks. Who knows?
It would make sense for them because again at their level where they're at, you just want to stockpile talent. You don't necessarily don't need anybody for this year. It's more for future and growth. So they're in a unique situation.
Well, they need defensive backfield help.
Right.
Because they've let some people go, right?
Well, I'm sorry. There was a rumor they were going to, after the draft, find the guy from the Chargers.
Derwin James?
No, the Asante Samuel Jr. But from what they're saying, his injury is the severity of it has been understated, and sounds like he's not going to be ready when the season.
You guys are a little behind. I apologize. Abdul Carter is the pick for the Giants at number 3. The DN/linebacker out of Penn State. I think that's a great pick. You put him on the other side of Thibodeau, Dexter Lawrence. You have a stopgap for a year quarterback, so there was no rush. I think obviously that confirms they're keeping Jameis and Russell. The big ragu might be out there, cutlets. But I like the pick. And I think, again, pound for pound, he might be the best player in this draft.
I don't know. I think Ashton may be the best player in this draft.
True.
I mean, and again,
vegetables are off the charts.
But again, it's like comparing apples to oranges, right?
Yeah,
whatever you like. Right?
Tomato, right? Pick
exactly. Tomato.
Since Juan's not on right now, I do not want the Bears trading for Giante.
I think this young man, he reminds me a lot of Parsons, but less with the media stuff. I think, again, this kid here, people knocked him for the big game, Ohio State and the Michigan games. I get that. But he was a guy that really was not a rush end. He kind of came into that position. He was more of a linebacker. Oh,
no, he didn't. No, he didn't. not him and Roger had a handshake going. Like, come on.
Well, they both they're now both Roger's from New York. But from a standpoint, this young man, I think, I mean, again, I like Genty too. But I think pound for pound, especially you put him in a situation what the Giants have where I mean, this might help Thibodeau. Thibodeau should be taking him to dinner because now you know you got Lawrence and you got him on the other side. That's going to help Thibodeau's numbers. And I think the Giants again smart. They're going to play great defense, and if they can get something from the old fogies at quarterback, they might be able to surprise some people. I'm rooting for Thibodeau. I'm rooting for.
But I think the Giants will probably draft a quarterback. They have to.
Oh yeah, it'll be Louis Schruck will be there later on. Quinn Ewers, maybe even a Milroe might be there second round.
You know what? Milroe, he may go in the first round.
I know he's moved up the charts. I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't see him and Dart going first. Somebody's going to be sitting there. Schruck, Milroe, or Dart. And people are saying Schruck might be the best of the whole bunch, including Cam Ward. But at 26, you know, it's the catch-22. He's played a lot of football, but yet he's 26. But I don't see that an issue because quarterbacks can play 10 years in the league. So, 100%. You know, I mean, look, Bo Nix came in old. Penix came in old. It's worked out for them. I like Schruck. I think the Giants would be fortunate if he can get him in the second round.
Well, you know, and I think there's enough quarterbacks, you know, because, again, you know, McCord's out there. You know, Will from Ohio State's out there. There's quarterbacks that they can draft, and you hope that they can.
Hughes is out there.
Yeah, that they can develop. But again, you know, the Giants have to perform, or this coaching staff is probably gone.
Oh no, it's a wrap. This is why I don't think you draft Shedeur at 3 because I'm trying to keep these good benefits his job. So you know, like somebody else is going to develop Shedeur because I'll be gone. I mean, Shedeur will be gone.
Yeah,
I think it's a great pick. I think again, it's you know at 3, it's the perfect pick.
Yeah.
Did they showed his pro comparison as being Von Miller? Do you think Carter is similar to his game?
I think Von's a little quicker.
Okay.
When he was coming out,
Right.
But again, I mean this kid is special. And of course, people are going to talk about his durability. You know, he had that shoulder injury. Everybody gets hurt. It happens, right?
And he played hurt. Number one.
Yeah.
He's got great hitch. If you watch him at Penn State, the hitch, that bend, you get underneath a tackle. That you can't teach that. You can't teach that. He has that. He's got that bend and that hitch. That's why they remember him of Von Miller because Von has got that too. Now I think Von's a little stronger than this kid, but give him time. He's a rookie. But I like that comparison because I think they both had that bend. And that's what separates the good grades from just the average. Can you get that hitch and bend? And that's just something God's got to give you.
Well, also too, if you watch his hands, how quick his hands are.
Yep.
When he's fighting off blocks, Plus, you know what? You can drop him back into coverage if you need to. So,
Yeah, I think that's a great pick.
Mm-hmm.
So do the Giants play a 3-4 or are they a 4-3?
They're 4-3.
4-3.
Okay.
The pick is in
the action.
Oh, who's next?
Patriots. So they'll probably go with Will Campbell.
Yeah, it's gonna stay chalk, I think, for a moment. Yep.
I mean, they need to protect. They need to protect May. So
the interesting pick for me, guys, is Cleveland now at 5. Could Genty be in play at 5?
They need a backfield.
Right, exactly. Maybe they identified as who they wanted, but to take Genty at 2 would be too high.
Well,
you trade back a little bit. You guarantee yourself ahead of Raiders at 6 because we know they're looking at Genty, and you gain a first round pick in 2026. So you continue now. Again, they have a coach, Stefanski, who's on the hot seat as well. But again, if you identify, hey, listen, we're comfortable going with Genty again, who's could be pound for pound one of the best in the draft. Going to 5 makes total sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, because again, they need draft picks. They have a lot of holes to fill.
Right.
So, but what if they take Shedeur at 5?
I don't see it. No.
Neither do I. But I mean, again, you never know.
It can happen, right? You never know.
Yeah.
If Shedeur gets past New Orleans at 9, then he could go all the way down in the 20s, I think.
And he can go to Pittsburgh. And I don't know if New Orleans drafts a quarterback at 9.
I don't think so.
Because even with Derek Carr being hurt, they still like Spencer Rattler.
Yeah. Well, what I heard too is they're sort of hoping, if they don't have such a good season, to have a chance at Arch Manning next year in the draft. So,
I mean, they're gonna
coach.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to give up some. They're gonna have to give us some picks to get that one. I don't see them falling. I mean, I don't see them having having only like a 2 or 3 win season. I don't see that.
Right, I don't see that either. They're kind of in purgatory as well. I think
Exactly.
Shadour's going to Pittsburgh at 21. Personally, I think that's and I think if he goes there, I think it's a good spot. Even though Pittsburgh's got some O-line issues, I think it's a good spot for him playing for Tomlin. I think he goes to Pittsburgh.
Well, you know what, and it'll make his daddy happy as well.
Right.
Here's something that I don't like, and I don't know if you guys saw this report that came out. Some assistant coach, or I don't know who it was, said that Shedeur Sanders was the worst interview he's ever had in his career. I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, what is this, people? Like, I'll tell you what, if you say that, then you haven't been in a lot of interviews, because I've sat in some interviews and I'm looking at the other coaches like, did he just really say that? Like,
the pick is in, gentlemen. The Patriots take Will Campbell, tackle, LSU. So we've got pretty much chalk outside of the Travis trade.
Yeah. So who's on the clock now? The Browns?
Yes. Cleveland at 5. Come on, young man. Put on a tie.
Leave him alone.
You're at the draft.
He played at LSU. Come on. That's how they do it down there. That's how they do it down there.
That sounds pretty. That's not cool. I don't wear ties either no more.
See, there you go.
It's funny. I thought about creating a podcast called Entrepreneurs Don't Wear Ties. I thought about that a while back by saying, who knows? I might have to wear a couple ties once in a while. But, but again, like I said, he's best tackle in the draft.
Yep.
I think it's a great pick. You got a young quarterback. You got to protect him. You got to give him some insurance. Give him Allstate, and Campbell fits that bill.
I mean, he looks like he's from the Bayou with that suit and the whole deal.
Yeah, that's a Bobby Boucher special.
Exactly. I'm waiting for him to pull out some beignets.
Mama said.
Or pull out a crawdad.
Kevin, you're up in 2 picks. Who's the guy you think you're going to go with? And
I think we're going with the tackle from Missouri. I know Warren's in play. But I think, unless the Raiders take the tackle, which they've talked about as well, if the kid from Missouri is on the board, that's what the Jets go with. If for some reason the Raiders take him, then probably as Tyler Warren. I'm hoping for the tackle. Put him and Fasciano in as bookends, and you got yourself, a solid young core for the next several years. So that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, we're close, and it's moving pretty good again because everybody seems to know who they wanted.
Yep.
Even the trade went fast.
Oh yeah. Well, you already had that in place. You knew that one. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Cleveland Browns. Obviously, you talk about again running back.
They got holes.
They got defensive back, but you're not going to. Genti's a special back. Obviously, we know the new trend in running backs, but Genti is somebody who identified as special. If you like him, you got to go get him. And I think that's probably what they thought. Maybe too high to draft at 5. You got a player, somebody who wants Travis Hunter. I'm not mad at that because it keeps Travis out of New England, which I would have hated. So go on back home, son. Go on back home.
Yeah, I mean, they won't draft a tight end.
No, well, the Raiders are set there. That's why I think they might go with Mahmoud, the kid from Missouri. That awesome. Can happen, and that's what I'm a little nervous about because I do want him. But if not, like I said, Tyler Warren wouldn't be a bad consolation prize. And obviously I think a Justin Fields would benefit from a high-class tight end. Really, you think about college football, he might have been the second utility knife outside of Travis Hunter. He lined up everywhere on that offense. So I think, again, if you got a unique offensive staff now coming from Detroit, that could be creative to have a Tyler Warren. But we'll see. We're almost home there at 7. The Cleveland pick is in, gentlemen.
Well, let's see what happens here.
I think it's Genty. In my opinion, I think it's Genty.
I hope you're right, Kevin.
Keep him out of Chicago, huh?
Keep him out of Chicago.
Well, it's a lot of Norris with the crew here tonight. So Minnesota, y'all both Vikes, and then obviously Suave with his Chicago. So
yeah, I just don't want to be facing them 2 times a year. So
I don't blame you. Obviously, as mentioned on TV here, Flacco and Kenny Pickett. So that's going to be their battery for the 2025 season. So I would think with those 2 quarterbacks, you would want to run the ball a lot more. So
you're going to have to, right?
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Terrell?
Just saying.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a second, guys. I got to go get my hats over here. Hold on.
Yep. Here comes where you at in the cut. Here comes Goodell now on my feed.
I'm a little bit behind you, just a tad bit.
Okay. Selections at the podium.
There we go.
Mason Graham, Michigan.
That's a good pick.
Yeah. Interesting pick because obviously he was slated at 5 to go to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And, but again, there are some people who believe that he could be transcendent. Then there's others who think that maybe he's a little bit of a stretch. You could go with a lot of different reasons why, but the production doesn't lie. The kid was all over. I mean, he makes plays. He's played in big games. The same way I kind of felt about McCarthy last year. This guy makes plays in big games and played in a lot of big games in his career, and he's always stepped up. In that middle, you notice, I think the interior, Terrell, might be just as important or maybe more important now than the wings because, again, of all the passing and the quick hitch stuff. And you got to have a guy in the middle that can bring it in and stuff the run. He's a 3-down player. So I think Cleveland got a good one. The dog pound will love him.
Well, it's not the splash that probably
right.
some of the fans wanted, but he's he brings his lunchbox to work every day.
It's a kid you can plug in. He's going to play 10 years.
Yeah,
and that's what you want. Not to mention you've gotten better with the picks right now. Very early in the draft, Cleveland's got an A+ draft. You got a solid D tackle. You filled the need. And you got a 2026 first-round pick with a young team.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, Jacksonville does have Trevor Lawrence and some other pieces, but you never know what can happen there. So you don't know what you'll get from that pick. And then you got some extras. You positioned yourself differently in this draft with some higher picks. So excellent move by Stefanski and Barry and that battery in Cleveland.
Yeah. No, it'll be interesting. So one of my good friends. He's a linebackers coach there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Jason's in the back of the room. There he is. And I'm gonna call him and ask him, like, what'd you guys see?
Yeah,
he's one of the smartest people that I know in the league.
Mm. Just showing some highlights here, and again, I mean, teams had to double team him, and like I said, against a special player. It's just like sometimes when we look at football players, right? And we all know this, right? Certain guys don't have that look off the field. And I think sometimes that can hurt people because it's all perception game. He's clean cut, he speaks, doesn't have that look. But when you put the helmet on him, he gets between the white lines, he is ferocious and is just as dominant as he wants to be. I think again, Cleveland has done some nice things, and obviously, they don't get the splash pick, that's going to sell tickets in Hunter, but you get a guy that you can fill in for many years to come with Mason Graham.
Yeah, again, they're on the hot seat, so they have to do something, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's a guy you're going to plug and play, and he's going to give you minutes this year and productive minutes.
Right.
I guess Suave is still traveling. I know he's got his icon up. I don't know if he's back in yet.
Yeah, I was trying to see which hat looked the best. I'm settling on this one, I think.
Peeling off to the NBA playoffs a little bit. The Knicks are up by 6 in Detroit, game 3. Hopefully we can hold on.
They're tied 1-1 right now, aren't they?
1-1, yes, Tom. And Detroit is one of those teams, man. Detroit reminds me a lot of Houston in the West. It's gritty, I mean, the play last night with Jimmy Butler, some call it dirty.
I don't think it's dirty. I think it's
just a different form of it's a physical game of basketball. It's the playoffs. I just think a lot of people are not used to that, but I don't think it was dirty either.
No.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Tom. Sorry.
No, I was just saying I didn't see it. What happened?
One of the players undercut. He got pushed by Draymond and undercutted Jimmy Butler, and he fell on his tailbone and was out for the game.
Yeah. Okay.
It'll be interesting to see how Mason Graham does under Jim Schwantz.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a kid that's going to come in and give you and do everything you want him to do.
Right.
And that's what coaches want, as you know, Terrell, you've been in those rooms. That's all they want. This kid's going to come in here and again, he's going to fill a need. He's going to play, and that's a city that loves their grit. It's a blue collar city. He's the perfect fit. They probably didn't have him when he was in Wolverine, Michigan.
Gente.
Yep.
Oh, another thing I heard is as far as at 6 with the Raiders, I heard that Pete Carroll likes a back like the Marshawn Lynch type, so that they're saying that Giante might be a pick there. So.
Well, the pick is in. Gente is there.
It's Gente at 6.
And plus,
listen, it's a great move. Listen, you want to that Seattle team should have won 2 Super Bowls. They got 1. You want to recreate that as much as you can. You brought in Geno Smith, a familiar face with Seattle with Pete Carroll. Now you get your Marshawn Lynch clone, who's actually, I think, again, is very similar in styles. I like this for the Raiders. And the Raiders have always been that gritty team. I think, again, this is kind of a page out of the Al Davis book, rest in peace. This is a great pick at 6.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real great pick at 6.
Plus they I guess, Gente, he's had conversations with Marshawn. So,
Exactly.
Well, Boise State is not too far from like Las Vegas, isn't it?
Quick plane ride.
That's plane ride, yeah.
Hour
and a half.
Yeah. One thing I like about Gente, when he last year at school, after his junior year, he had a lot of opportunities to transfer, make a boatload of money in NIL, but he stayed at Boise State because he said Boise State was the one school when nobody was coming at him in high school, they stuck with him. And, again, that shows a kid's character. That shows the kid he's not worried about the NIL, he's worried about the NFL. He had a great season last year, and obviously he put himself on the national stage. This is the payoff. You go to top 10 as a running back in the NFL draft.
I would tell everybody who's listening or watching, if you have not read his story in Players Tribune, go read that. It's a really, really good story.
Yes.
Because one of the hardest things that people don't realize is that when you're a military brat like I was, when you go from school to school, sometimes it's hard to make friends. Sometimes it's hard.
You go into a shell, you become a loner because you're so used to. You're kind of afraid in a way to make friends because you figure you're not going to be there long. So you almost like
it's not even that. It's just like some people when you come in, some people look at you as an outsider.
Right.
Plain and simple. And for us, because we moved from Minnesota to Florida, Then we moved back to Minnesota. For us, it was kind of easy because we just got fortunate to get into a good Air Force base and be in a good neighborhood. But still, I will tell you though, when we came in and when we were playing sports, because we're the new kids, some people didn't like us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, you want to be that way? That's fine. That's fine.
That's when the Captain Petty was born, huh?
Oh my God. It came out so damn hard too. Oh my God. Yeah. Like, all right, yeah. And I will tell you because baseball was my best sport. I got kicked out of a few games because people would say stuff to me. I'm like, oh really? Like you really want to say that to me? Like I am the wrong guy. Plus I was short. And and I had that Chihuahua mentality. Like, all right,
I bite your kneecaps. He was like Dan Campbell,
dude. Yeah.
So
you're on the clock now, aren't you, Kevin?
Yes, and the pick seems to be in.
Tyler Warren.
It's the kid from Missouri. I
think so.
Yeah, I just think that what the way Aaron Glenn wants to play. As of right now, we still have 3 backs. I think that's going to probably change this weekend. But, again, you're going to still run the ball. You got a running quarterback. I think all signs show to making sure his boundaries are locked up. And you got Fasano on one side, and you got, Amon. I don't want to butcher his name, but he's on the other. And you got your bookend set. The Jets haven't been that bookend since the Brickenshaw Ferguson days. Excuse me, say that 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
So I think again, I think it's a good pick. It's not a sexy pick, but I like what Aaron Glenn is doing. It's been quiet in Florham Park this winter and spring, and it's a reason because it's a new mindset. It's about getting guys who buy in. It's not about trying to win the back page, trying to win football games. I like that with what he's doing, and I think it's a good pick. I think that is the pick. I don't believe that they would go with Warren, but then you never know. It only takes one, as Tell. You've been in these rooms. It only takes one to change their mind or be kind of like the influencer. But I think you go with the tackle from Missouri.
Well, it's always fun, like when you're in the room and watch certain scouts or certain position coaches pound the table for players that they want. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So.
Well, it seems like to me when there's like a highly touted player, then once that player's chosen, it seems to like open up the waterworks and like there'll be a run on that particular position or whatever and stuff like that. Like it wouldn't surprise me if Chicago went with like Hampton out of North Carolina,
right?
Or the Ohio State running back whose name I can't remember right now, but
Trayvon Henderson.
Trayvon Henderson. I think he's a second round. And let me put a little respect on this man's Amon Membo. Let me put some respect on his name, Membo. I know I'll be saying that name a lot over the next couple months. Amon Membo. But that's who we go with.
Yeah, I see Chicago. If Tyler Warren's there, they may go with the Tyler Warren, or they may go with the kid out of Michigan, tight end out of Michigan as well.
Isn't Komet still there in Chicago?
Yeah, but Komet's up there in age,
okay.
And they again, and I always tease Swab about this. I just hope they screw it up.
Real quick, while you wait for the pick, where are all these people staying in Green Bay at Airbnbs and people's bedrooms? I mean, it's the logistics hotel wise is not very. But that's that part of the world. And Milwaukee is high.
Yeah, but you got to remember too. You got all those states that people can drive into. From Minnesota, up from Wisconsin, but also too, you got the smaller towns on the outside, like Appleton. Towns like that have the hotels and the motels and stuff. I remember.
Airbnb owner. Here comes the pick, gentlemen.
Let's see.
And it is Amon Membo, tackle Missouri. Him and Fasano, I got my bookends. Let's go play football, gentlemen. We're going to be a smash mouth team, and I think that's the identity we want to bring. In your face, we run it down your throat. You know it's coming. You can't stop it. Let's go NYJ.
You know what's funny, Kevin? You know, you talk about Green Bay. I remember the first time that I drove into we came into Green Bay, and when people tell you that it's right in the neighborhood, you're just like, what? And then you pull up, you're like, oh, it's like right in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we would go there for like going to the stadium on Sunday, there's nobody out. It's like the town just rolled up. Everybody is going to the game. It's crazy how empty it is until you get to that stadium. You're just like, oh, geez. So
I've never been to Green Bay, but I have been to Hamilton, Ontario, and people tell me it's very similar, where it's like it's a town and it's like, you know, just stadium, and here goes somebody, Mr. Fisher's house, you know. So, you know,
they go ahead, Tom.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. There was a news story on CBS News tonight where they say some people are renting out their houses this weekend for as much as like $16,000.
God bless them. I mean, they're probably going to get that money too, because there's people who are fanatics, and again, the infrastructure is not designed for that. So easy to get a bunch of buddies, and maybe if you got 10 guys and you all put up like 2 stacks. You have an experience. I think it's great. I wish I owned an Airbnb in Green Bay this weekend.
They showed a house right across the street from Lambeau. Where you just, you basically just open up your windows and there's Lambeau.
Yeah.
The value of that house is a 5-bedroom house, and I think it's like 3 bathrooms, close to $800,000 in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Wow.
Steak with the beans and rice. They have a new complex, like a luxury condo complex now right across the street. So, I mean, listen, where there's a will, there's a way. The NFL is not the brainchild that they are the brainchild we think they are. So they thought this through. I'm sure they've, probably you mentioned Appleton, those other small towns surrounding is probably all benefiting from this because the place is sold out. And again, obviously, I would never doubt the NFL draft would have a sellout, but this had me thinking like, well, people want to go to Green Bay. It's going to still be chilly, and the infrastructure and the town thing. Will people want to flock there? But they've obviously flocked.
Well, we know how the NFL they're monsters, right? I mean, when it comes to making money, they did their research, they did their data. And so they like, okay, no, we knew this was going to happen. So when we used to go there, we used to go practice at a high school, and it's not like a high school like out here or anything like this. We're talking it was a small field, the whole deal, and you're just like, okay, it is what it is, And in my 8-year career, I went to Green Bay 6 times.
Oh wow,
6 times, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where'd y'all stay?
Say it again.
Where did y'all stay when y'all went to Green Bay?
They've got a Marriott there because we had to deal with Marriott.
Okay. So it was a Marriott in Green Bay.
Yeah, so I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was Marriott, but it's not one of your typical Marriotts.
I can imagine. Yeah, probably a 3-star.
Yeah, you would walk in and their pool and they would have a big slide, the whole deal. You're just like, okay, it is what it is, and then we would go to. Bar Star had a steakhouse. I'm not sure if it's still there or not, but that's where we would go, during our off night. We'd go there for dinner, but there's not much there.
Well, this is the way I feel about it. I think last year, wasn't it Detroit that had the draft?
Yeah.
And this year it's Green Bay. So next year it better be at US Bank Stadium.
But that thing is indoors.
Well, I would say even with this is not even at Lambeau Field.
No, it's outside, right outside.
Yeah. So, and they would have to have it indoors.
Maybe Mall of America.
They would have to have it indoor because the thing about US Bank, there's really no place to park. You really can't tailgate there at all. So
Yeah.
they have to have it inside, or like I said, maybe they have it at the Mall of America.
Yeah.
Maybe they have it at the home plate where the Metropolitan Stadium used to be. So
I got you.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
The Panthers pick is in. Do they go Will Johnson, corner from Michigan? I think he might be on the board here. What do you think?
the only thing about Will Johnson is they're still talking about his injury. That's the only thing. I mean, do they go with Walker?
Walker should be a thought here for sure.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm seeing right now is we're down to 8 now.
Yeah.
Going on 9. There's still only been one quarterback selected, which you can't say
Oh,
that about most drafts.
Yeah, there are some folks that do believe possibly it can only be one quarterback taken in the first round. I think at least be 2.
I think so too.
At 21 will get drafted by the Steelers.
Well, the funny thing is that Vegas has the over as 2.5, I believe.
Right.
So,
well, the pick is in for the Panthers. We'll see what they put. The Saints are on the clock. Obviously, that's Shedeur watch number 1 to see if they make a move at quarterback. We'll see. But the Panthers pick is in round 1, pick 8. Let's see what they got. Mr. Goodell is on you. I don't want to spoil it for my co-host here, but it's the gentleman who doesn't watch film.
Oh shoot! We were just talking about this the other day. Now I can't remember who it is.
West Coast player.
Oh yeah, McMillan.
Yeah,
Which is a kind of a surprise. I mean, I thought he was going to be the first wide receiver taken, but I didn't think he was going to go this high.
That's high for him. Yes.
Yeah.
That's very high.
Well,
great
yeah, I mean,
talent.
Adam Thielen's getting long in the tooth, and I don't know. Do they have DJ Chark there? Is he still?
They got Legrette too, right?
Yep. I mean, he's a fantastic talent.
Yeah.
Great length, runs well. Again, you just hope maybe he was just playing with that. I like to think he's a little bit smarter than that, but he will be watching film now. But again, like I said, it only takes one in the room to make a change. But he's a surprise. I don't think people had him at 8 that high.
Right, and plus, this draft for wide receivers is thin. So, if they look at that as their big need, then there you go.
Yeah.
But so, do you consider the reach then, Kevin, that they took him at 9 or 8?
I don't think it's a reach, Tom. I think his ceiling, to me, I thought he would go like 15, 16. I thought maybe even possibly to Dallas at 12. But, I mean, listen, if I'm a believer with the draft. If you like somebody, go get him. Yeah. If you like him, go get him, because you never know. Somebody else had that same appeal, and then you wish he did. So they obviously identified him. He was sitting there, first receiver off the draft. Is Telatora McMillan. Bear down for Arizona. When that used to mean something. I remember that used to mean something, bear down. For the Teddy Bruce. Not anymore. Bear up. Bear dead.
unless you're talking about the basketball team. So.
Oh, well, yeah. That's still still got some cachet. The Saints pick is in on my iPad. Not showing TV, but this moves pretty quick. So the Saints pick is in. Could Shedeur go with the Saints, gentlemen? We see that as an opportunity.
I don't know. I mean, I think it might be a reach. I mean, I won't say it's a reach, but I don't know if they identify like they really need a quarterback.
Right.
What do y'all want to put the over under that Dion goes on a tirade after the first round of the draft? Because
has anybody been on his X page? He might be on a tirade right now.
You know what? I don't think he is. I
mean, it is what it is. Listen, at the end of the day, your son is going to be a first round pick in the NFL draft. Whether it's 3, 9, 21, just once this night is over, it doesn't really matter. Shedeur Sanders wasn't hurting for money. He ain't got to pull parents out the projects. They're not picking roaches out the cereal box. He's fine. Go to a team that you can be good, you can get developed, and you can have a nice long career. So, it is what it is, but he'll be fine.
Well, plus too, if he drops down in 20, he's going to a better team too. So
Yes.
you know that Jerry Jones is the de facto general manager there in Dallas. Would he be crazy enough to pick Shedeur?
Nah, I don't think so. You know what? I thought that they may try to make a play to move up to get Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well they're in the war room here with the Prime Camp. Maybe that's just a tease. We'll see if that's that's legit. I mean, look, I wouldn't. I think it's if you believe in Spencer Rattler with a new coach, you stick with him. It wouldn't make sense to bring a Shedeur in. Saints have a lot of holes and needs.
Yeah.
Who do you think they go with, Terrell?
I mean, Walker's there. Tyler Warren's there. It depends upon how much they like Johnson.
Yeah.
I will say this: if Johnson didn't get hurt, he would probably be like a top 5, top 6.
I agree.
The pick is in. Have you already seen it, Kevin?
Yes, pick is in. Mr. Goodell is sashaying to the podium.
Sashay.
Like he's wearing some all white Nikes.
I mean, is that a good choice?
Okay, this is a prize pick, solid pick. Kelvin Banks Jr., the tackle from Texas.
That's a good pick.
Very good pick.
That's a good pick.
Very good pick.
Did y'all get the boy from Missouri?
Yes, Membo is a Jet.
Oh, so that means Tyler Warren could be a Chicago Bear.
I think that's probably where they're going with. I think Warren is 10. I don't. And then you're up, Terrell, at 11. I think Warren is 10.
You know what? I'll tell you this though. If Jalen Walker slips down to the Niners at 11,
that's a value pick at 11.
heck yeah.
Amazing.
I think they go D-line or they go offensive line.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Well, I think there's going to be a run on defensive tackles between 10 and 20, in my opinion.
I agree.
Possible, yeah.
Yep. I think this solidifies Shedeur will be a Steeler, in my opinion.
Unless somebody trades up, which I don't see anybody.
I don't see nobody trading up.
Because everybody before Pittsburgh does not need a quarterback.
No, that's not a need at all for none of those teams. People have said maybe Miami would take one, but not in the first round.
No, they got too many holes as well.
Yeah, exactly.
See, now Miami may take they may draft a corner.
Right.
Hey, Suave, you made it before the Bears pick.
Of course he did. He had that plan.
Come on, man.
And he's got my quarterback number on him. He got my quarterback.
Am I lying? Suave, am I lying?
That's little cuz, man. Come on, man.
That's my quarterback. That's my quarterback.
Terrell, I ain't messing with you, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you stop off and get something to eat too?
No, it was already here.
Okay. Wait, did you do a DoorDash?
No. Now I'm interested to see what this is because I don't know.
Well, I think the fellas thinks it's going to be the tight end.
I think so too.
That's what a lot of people been saying. No, who are they? Oh,
Yeah, I heard on one of the message boards, I don't know if it was on Twitter or whatever, that they were saying Jerry Jones was saying Dallas was going to be movers and shakers in this draft. They were going to be moving around and trying to, but I think he always says that every year.
Bears pick is in.
OG deserves a better owner than Jerry Jones.
dang, Tom.
I'm not a big Jerry Jones fan.
So they do a lot of makeup on Colleen Wolfe. My gosh. Man.
So I wonder, like, because I don't have the volume up, but what are they doing? They just there?
I don't know. No, I don't want to say nothing because we're on the national waves of YouTube. I don't want to say nothing that's going to get us
Put it in the
banned.
chat, man. Just put it
Schedule
in.
release. Schedule release. On May 14th. Let's go.
Your boys are celebrating in the war room, Swab, so the pick is in.
I wonder who the hell could this be? Like, I know Tyler Warren, but, like, seriously.
It's probably Warren.
Probably
I
so.
think it's Warren.
So do I.
If it ain't, I'll be shocked.
And and you know what? Tyler Warren is the perfect player for that part of the country. He's a blue collar, you know, in your
He's gonna
nose.
be I
Physical.
think we're gonna use him like the Niners used to use Delaney Walker. Do a little bit of everything.
Baby
Except,
Tom
Delaney-
Rapp.
except
Delaney-
play defense.
But Delaney was a little more athletic.
Hey, you know. You see Tyler taking QB sneaks, 30 yards. I mean, I know it's
Yeah,
college.
he did that Penn State, yeah.
Who the hell could this be?
May 14th, the schedule release.
Nice. 5 days before my born day.
You doing anything for it?
No, I just listen. I just want a hot meal and a little relaxation. I don't do much these days. It ain't no national holiday.
Dude, you got to celebrate the whole month. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm just happy to be alive.
And when I say celebrate, do little things for yourself. Go get some ice cream. Go get your toes done. You know, go out for a nice.
I get
Hollywood,
that.
why you want to fight? And who you want to fight?
Say that again.
Hollywood, somebody he want to fight somebody. What? Who does?
He ain't even
stole my
pick yet.
damn pick. Who? Tyler Warren?
Well, it's coming right now.
Dang, it's been 50 years. Dang.
Yeah, next year will be the 40th anniversary of them winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you ain't got to bring that up.
Oh, they want the other tight end.
Dude.
Wow. They
the
went
Michigan
Loveland.
Yeah.
They didn't go Warren. They went the other way tight end. They went Loveland from Michigan.
Right.
But you know what I heard about him? They say he's a better he's like a
He's a
like
big
poor man's George Kittle.
Right. Yeah. He's got more. They say he's got more athletic ability. He's more upright, like a wide receiver that plays.
I don't know about top 10, but I guess
that could be a reach, but people didn't feel he would go ahead of Warren.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of. I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah, he is a good player.
But I didn't see him as top 10.
that's interesting.
They saw something that they liked, so
like we said, it only takes one team to love you.
Yep.
6'5", 250. That's not bad.
How you feel about that, Suave?
I mean, he played in a college offense that he played in a college offense that's gonna be similar to his pro offense. Run heavy.
You got a root for Wolverine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Mention it.
You know what? He may be a better blocker than Tyler Warren.
Well, that's
You know,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
Yeah,
He's
maybe that's
coming
maybe
from a
that's
blocking college offense. So
and maybe that's why they went and got him. So
That's true. And in that part of the world, you're gonna have to run the ball and you're gonna need a blocking tight end. That's true.
that black and blue division.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what
I ain't gonna
Let's see
lie.
what that-
Looking at these highlights, he can
it's
move,
highlights.
but
It's highlights.
I get it. I know, but some like the one little wheel route.
He's athletic too. He's athletic.
that ain't-
So he's. Somebody told me the other day, and I was like, I don't know about that. They were saying between him and Kellen Winslow Sr. I'm like, I don't know about that.
No.
But he's athletic enough where he can run. He can make things difficult on a linebacker.
But I will say, in 30 years, when he's successful, I'll be like, all right, I guess they were smart.
So you're on the clock, Terrell. Nonnes, what do you think? Who you think?
I think we go D line or I think we go D line or O line unless
Hollywood say his PV is faster. My bad. Go ahead, T.
Unless
he already know who y'all pick.
That's okay. Unless they go, and I mean, this would be a stretch. I don't see them doing this unless they go after Tyler Warren. I don't see it. But I mean,
what's their philosophy? Their philosophy is draft the best player available or based on need.
Both. Based on needs and like who's the best one for this, for this position that we have to fill a hole. And you got to remember, their defensive line, they lost a lot of people. So,
right.
And it could be the kid from Texas A&M, Stewart, right?
Oh, Stewart. Yeah. Now that's a young man. In my opinion, it almost reminds me of an NBA draft pick, right? Because he wasn't always the most productive in college, but he's got all the measurables.
Right.
So it's almost like he's a guy you draft and you feel he's going to be a better pro than he would as a collegian, which I agree. I think he will be a better pro. I think his game will be able to flourish on this level. But certainly, you're kind of drafting off expectation and not so much production.
But I mean, if you get a Walker and you put him on that other side,
right?
And tell you the truth, I didn't think Walker would be here. I really didn't think he'd be here.
Is that who y'all taking?
I don't know yet, but I didn't.
No,
think
I'm asking if you was in the room, is that who you would take?
I don't. You know what? That's a great question. If you're looking at defensive needs, the way that Solo runs the scheme now, I would probably go after a Walker. But if you're looking on the offensive side, then I definitely would look at a guard. So,
who did the Niners take, Hollywood?
I don't think that pick is down there. I got it on the iPad, so I don't think that pick is.
I guess his team's a lot faster.
He must be Kreskin. He's seen it before it even hits the television. No, that pick's not. Yeah.
Hollywood scamming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Williams. Y'all get Williams. Terrell.
That's interesting.
Just a little tidbit on NBA Game 3, first round. My Knicks up by 8, 93-85.
How much time left?
11 minutes left. Just 4 quarters just started.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Knicks. Got to hang on.
I mean, I will say, Ben Johnson, they thought he was crazy when they took Jahmyr Gibbs at 12. And see how you see what he's doing in Detroit.
Yeah, but that was.
Could Hampton be a play here, Terrell?
With the Niners?
Yeah.
No. They
got Williams.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Who's after them? Dallas? Who Dallas taking?
Dallas.
I think
no,
Dallas
who
running back.
do you think he's taking?
I think if Tyler Warren's there for 12, Dallas takes the tight end.
Yeah, I think so too.
Maybe Matthew Golden with the Niners, wide receiver.
That'd be too high for him.
I think so. But you never know, right?
We didn't think Loveland would be a top 10 pick.
Or McMillan.
Or McMillan, right? Yeah.
I mean, you know, we don't see it, but you know, if they ball out,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, well, I guess that's why you make the big bucks.
Just takes one to love you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lord.
The cherry red and gold is about ready to pick.
Malik Williams. Hollywood, just let us know. Just let us know the picks, man. Go ahead, let us know, dog. Yoka Air Base. Japan.
I've been there.
On duty?
No, well, I was flying. Where was I coming from? Oh, I was doing we did a temporary deal in Seoul, Korea, and then we flew into Yokota. Was there.
Here we go, guys.
What's up, Bo?
Here we go. Here we go. The pick is in.
So let me ask you this, T. Seeing that y'all had a lot of guys leave in the off season, what would be
y'all see it?
What would be a position you want them to focus on in this draft?
Mikael Williams, the edge from Georgia. It's now the latest San Francisco 49er. Tell your thoughts.
I like it.
So at 11, I think if you look at the board, he's probably the best player available on the board right now.
Well, yeah, and I mean they need another edge rusher. So
yeah,
I like it.
He reminds me a lot of the hockey sticks that play at Penn State. He's got that bend, great with his hands. You know, he's a raw pass rusher. He gets to the quarterback. He's got to probably work on the run, which a lot of rookies do. But he can get to he can rush the quarterback. No question about it.
Yeah. You know, so, again, with Saleh being back.
Yeah.
So let me
long kid too.
Could y'all see maybe Dallas going Tyler Warren?
I think that's if I had to pick, that would be the pick. And I'm kind of, you know, again, I mean, it's not a major thing, but if we look at Tyler Warren, it's a little bit of a drop because people were saying he could go as high as well at the time when Jacksonville had the 5th pick, as high as 5. The Jets were linked to him as well. He's now at 12. So, you know, again, between him and Shedeur, you know, we felt Shedeur would drop. That's probably a surprise as well. And the fact that a tight end was taken ahead of Tyler Warren, in my opinion, is a major surprise and probably the top surprise so far to draft.
You know, it's going to be interesting when I get a chance to go up to the facility. I'm just going to ask him, like, what did you see about Williams that you like that you like over Walker? Seriously,
right?
Who did Dallas get? Hollywood. I don't know what kind of TV he got, but goddamn,
he's the future.
Yeah,
he's in the computer. Then
he at the draft. He got connections.
How you doing the security there?
Yeah.
Well, Jerry's on the phone. You like being nachos, young man? Right. You like young ladies too? You all that
wow. He said they picked Tyler Booker. Dallas. I mean, you needed that though, because didn't Zach Martin just retire?
Yeah.
So you needed another line. You needed linemen. interior. Because what is he, a guard?
Yeah, but also too, then they lose Lawrence on the
DeMarcus?
defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, he went to Seattle.
Yeah, so
Hey, man.
Listen, you got to protect your investment. Booker's another guy. He's a guard. Played at a big-time program. You can fit him in. He's going to play there for 10 years.
Hey, Hollywood, how fast is your damn TV?
he's got to hook up with Elon Musk, so they're tapping into shit.
That boy got that Jetsons TV.
Me, George Jefferson. He's faster than my iPad. Man, TV's on fire.
All right, who got next, Hollywood?
I love when these kids had this type of.
Damn. Everyone said Booker is a bona fide bust. Damn.
Wow.
Why though?
I just think that when people say that, Swab, a lot of folks don't think when you think about these type of players, a lot of folks are not tracking goal line, especially a guy who's playing inside of the guard position.
I see.
So it's easy to say this kid played big time football, the best conference in college football at Alabama. It's a solid pick. It's not a sexy pick, but it's solid.
That's what I said about Will Campbell.
Right.
Them saying, "Oh, he's too small." I'm like,
but Will's a tackle, so the tackles.
No, but I'm saying though, they was talking about how the small arms and
arms, right? I got it, but the tackles in college football and the NFL because that's the glamour spot. That's the player who's protecting the edge. So that's the glamour spot. He's a guard. So that's a solid pick. Now again, you could say, would he have been around a little later? Yeah, I think he'd have been around later in the draft. But again, Dallas, it only takes one. They wouldn't have got the guy they wanted.
So let me ask y'all this. Hypothetically.
Yep.
At 20, Pittsburgh, right? And
21.
Let's say Jalen Milroe and Shador is available. Is it
you
fide they picking Shador?
I would go Shador over Milroe. I would.
I mean, I would too, but
I think you have to look at it from a perspective. If you're bringing in at 21, that player could start for you, even at quarterback. If I'm starting with if my rookie quarterback is starting, it Shador Sanders, bar none. If I had Aaron Rodgers, who I think I might be signing Aaron Rodgers, you could go with a more of a potential guy at 21 if you wanted to go quarterback at 21 anyway. But I think, again, that's something to think about,
I still think that even if you sign Aaron Rodgers, you get a Shador because you think about how much he's going to learn from Aaron Rodgers. So,
is Aaron Rodgers going to teach him though?
Yeah, of course he is. I mean, you know what? You can learn from Aaron Rodgers by just standing there and watching him and listening to him in the quarterback room.
True. Very true.
Wow. I mean, is Tyler Warren at the draft?
No.
I don't know.
Okay. Can you imagine if he's at the draft and he's sitting there and watching this fall?
Yeah, he's now on fall watch.
He might go to Miami.
You know what? I think Miami goes defense.
Yeah, I do too.
They may go
like who? Malachi Starks from Georgia, the safety.
No, I think Walker's still there. Will Johnson's there. So I think
that's who I've seen a lot of people saying that would pick Will Johnson as Miami.
But again, we're all guessing where Tyler Warren's going to go. I mean, if Indy's sitting there, that's a good pick. If Indy is sitting there, if he's there when Indy picks, that might be a good pick for Indy.
Dallas Clark clone.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't they need help other places though?
They need help across the board, except for running back.
Right. Hell, they could use a receiver, honestly.
I think the ESPN feed's a little faster.
You think so?
Yeah, I moved over to ESPN.
I'm watching it on ESPN too. Yeah, this is crazy. But yeah, they said I was just looking at something. They say Colston is like a poor man's George Kittle, so we can get that kind of production. We gonna be all right.
Well, you know, George Kittle was drafted in the 5th round, so
I know
tight end you.
that. Them are Notre Dame
Yeah.
with Kyle Rudolph and Cole Kmet and who else? There was
Yeah, but
somebody.
so Iowa has Kittle. They have is it Jack Campbell? They
They
have
got old boy, Laporta, right?
Porter. Yep. That was my next one. Yep.
Is Hawkinson from there too?
I can sit from there too. Yep. And three of the 4 are in the Central Division.
Yeah, don't remind me.
That's y'all. That's y'all's fault.
Who y'all got? Hawkinson, right?
We got Hawkinson. Yeah.
The pick is in. The Miami Dolphins select
Ooh.
it's getting crazy out here.
Well, we always said that this draft was going to be unpredictable, so you know.
That we did. That we did. So where y'all think Cincinnati might go? Just in a
They
just
they,
thinking ahead.
they need an edge rusher because I think they're going to let Trey Hendrickson go.
For nothing or trade them?
I think they're going to let him go. I just think they're going to release him.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Sheesh. 34.5 sacks in 2 years.
Yeah, but it's the money. You know, they had to sign them. They had to sign those wide receivers, right?
That's
Yeah.
a lot of production. You letting leave off that side of the ball, though.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, when the salary cap talks,
Yeah. Spend that money, man. They got it. Y'all rich, wealthy, whatever.
yeah, but they're cheap.
What is 50 mil a year?
I tell you, Tua needs some people to block for him so you don't keep getting those concussions.
You know, Tua got to get that ball out quick. Quick slant, throw it away. Man, it's crazy. It's still packed out there like that.
Well, tell Tyreek stop running all those fly patterns. Like, dude, stop changing up the routes.
Dang. Erica, you think y'all gonna let go of Hendrickson too? I mean, I would have to at least try to get something for him though. Like, Lord, Jesus.
But you know, here's
the guy that knows nobody doesn't want to be there.
but here's
No, I'm just saying. If I know I'm trading you, I'm gonna get something back.
But here's the dumb things that in my opinion that teams do. Teams will say, "Oh yeah, we're going to release this person."
Damn, Kenneth Grant.
You called it, Tom, a
Oh,
rash.
dude, he's good. He is good.
Solid, yeah.
He is
Damn.
good.
2 interior linemen in the top 14, huh?
That's where the strength of defense is going now. It used to be the edge guys. Now it's the interiors, you know.
The big boy.
And you know what? And some people thought that he was going to drop into the 2nd round.
So Miami finally got it right, huh?
You imagine it was him and Mason Graham.
Oh, jeez.
That's why they were whipping y'all ass every last couple of years.
Ain't nobody asked you, dog.
Well, that, and they had one of the best spies in national history. So there you go.
See, that's why you my guy, man. That's why you my guy, T. Us Midwesterners gotta stick together.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
Connor Stallions, ain't that a
Colts pick is in.
Let's see who they take.
Hollywood say they take in Warren.
I see that.
So you think he's gonna be Dallas Clark 2.0?
Yeah.
He has a lot of similarities to Dallas Clark.
And where did Dallas Clark go to college at?
Iowa.
Exactly. Tight end you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, isn't that where Hawkinson went? Was Iowa?
Yep.
Yeah, we know.
Home of the great Larry Station and home of the Harmon brothers. Brooklyn, USA, stand up.
That is a nice campus, though. I'll give them that.
It's a beautiful school.
Yep.
Well,
Years ago, I wanted to go to Iowa.
Why didn't you?
I visited, and then I didn't want to go to Iowa. Love you out there, Iowa City. Great place. It just wasn't. I was a cocky young kid, man, and it's a cockiness actually was my downfall.
Benefited you?
Huh?
I thought you about to say it benefited you.
We're Hayden Fry camp, and this is. I mean, obviously, this is when you had to splice your own video. They didn't have Huddle back then, so you had to send your own VHS tape.
Oh, you was getting recruited by him?
I reached out. I went to a camp, and then after I went to the camp, I was on their radar, but it didn't transpire anything. So
when I was in high school, one of my friends actually was recruited to play basketball at Iowa, but at the last minute, Ronnie Lester decided to go to Iowa.
Right.
And then then my friend fell out, and he decided to go to Nebraska instead of going to the University of Minnesota. Mistake.
Oh,
yeah, Iowa used to recruit. They used to recruit heavy in New York City. They had a nice little pipeline there, and obviously that's where the interest came in. But like the Harmon, Derek Harmon, Ronnie Harmon,
Yep.
He is a big boy.
Colts went Warren.
Yep.
Yeah. Good pick.
Hollywood. Who Atlanta getting? Hollywood. Maybe Jalen Walker. Maybe.
I think so.
Isn't it one of those Iowa schools that's right outside of a children's hospital? And
that's Iowa.
University of Iowa. Yeah.
Yeah.
What they do? Wave at the kids every fourth quarter or something?
They do the second quarter, do the wave. The patients.
Yeah, I thought that's pretty cool.
It is.
Water, what? Water, you got a lineman, man. Why you tripping?
Who's Water's team?
Miami.
Dolphins.
They got a good defensive lineman.
You got a hole plugger, man.
Yeah. What are you complaining about?
Oh, okay. He said he liked the pick.
Okay.
On a hole plug. My bad. But yeah. But yeah. Man, imagine if they could have had Kenneth Grant and what's the old boy name that went to the Raiders, the interior lineman?
Oh,
Wilkins? It Christian Wilkins?
Yeah.
Boy, you talk about shutting everything down.
That's something else that we haven't talked about. McDaniel may be on the hot seat.
Who?
McDaniel.
In Miami?
He is.
He may be on the hot seat.
What you think about that? Him being on the hot seat, since that's your squad and all.
I think people are starting to question the Dolphins' toughness when your coach is wearing capri pants and swinging a whistle. And I don't think that's necessarily fair, but perception is perception. And I think that's part of it because people feel the Dolphins are sore. You're already playing Miami, where it's 80 degrees every day. So, I mean, again, I think you're going to have to rebuild an identity. And maybe that's why they went with Grant. Grant's a nasty player. He's a big physical guy. And you need to start changing culture. When you get these guys in here that necessarily don't want to mix it up. I mean, when they went to KC a couple years ago in the playoffs, they barely, they were, you could tell in their eyes they didn't want to be there. And you got
come on alive. I sent it to you. My bad, Kev. Go ahead.
No, you're good. No, so I think that's a good pick for the Dolphins. It's a culture pick as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this: does Atlanta maybe go Matt Golden?
Mm,
Because I mean, who's the other receiver? Mooney and Drake London.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, but I mean, they may have to go defense too. So
Who?
you know,
Who? Atlanta.
yeah.
And they still have the tight end, don't they?
Kyle Pitts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, but also too, they lost. Did they lose one? I know they lost one lineman for sure. They may have lost two offensive linemen. They lost their center, Drew Dahlman. So they may go offensive line.
He came here.
Yeah.
Him and Grady Jarrett.
So I told you that I coached his dad,
Who?
Drew Dahlman.
Oh, really?
Yeah, his dad's Chris Dahlman. We used to call him Llama because he's so damn smart.
How long did he last in the league?
Oh, he got a Super Bowl ring. He lasted like 5-6 years.
Oh,
So
I didn't-
when his career ended, I was there because we were in training camp, and he got a neck injury, and I walked him into the locker room. This is during training camp. I walked him in the locker room, and I literally helped him cut off his pads and his jersey. So after that, you know, he was basically done. And so when he got hurt, we brought back Jesse Sapola.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember Jesse.
Jesse's a good dude.
The Fighting Rainbow. I had to turn away from it and see my Knickerbockers.
How they doing?
They're up 7 under 3 minutes. Fourth quarter.
Looking pretty good then.
Yeah, it ain't over till it's over, Tommy.
Yeah.
This is true.
Dang. Does it seem this year like the first round is going quick? Usually it takes a whole lot longer for these.
Yeah,
picks.
they're playing the games faster and then sitting out 4 days, which made no sense.
Yeah.
No, they ain't been out 4 days, have they?
No,
Well,
but in the past, they would play on Monday and then Friday.
Yeah. Because what they do now, just about every other day, right? Or every 2 days?
Well, yeah, and plus they would give them time, you know, for travel time, so they would add an extra day. So
Because when do y'all play? Tomorrow?
yes,
Okay, right.
they're back. They're back at the crib.
Come on.
Best available. Wow. So now, maybe Will Johnson may go to Miami.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean Atlanta.
Well, you know, I mean, we're watching this, so you see Tyler Warren drop a little bit. You see Jalen Walker, he's dropped as well. They thought he was possibly going to go in the top 10, top 11.
Yeah.
So
Walker sounds like the pick for the Falcons. We shall see. Less than 1% chance to be available at pick 15. Damn.
Yeah, who's the guy
Yeah.
that's supposed to? Sorry.
go ahead, Tom.
Go ahead, Tom.
No, I was saying, who's the guy that's supposed to be like the clone of what's his face? And I'm sorry, I only say what's his face because I have a hard time remembering names. The linebacker in Dallas.
Oh, Micah, that was Abdul. That was Abdul.
Carter.
Okay, so he's the one that was. I thought there was another linebacker that was supposed to be like.
Well, I mean, they talk about Jalen Walker, but he's not as comparable as Abdul.
Abdul. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Notable quarterback slots 16, 7, 5, 7, 4.
Well, we know they're not taking the quarterback. So
Damn, Dan Marino wasn't drafted until 27?
who's that?
Dan Marino?
Oh yeah.
Well, that draft was really deep in quarterbacks, so there were like 5 first rounders, I think.
But the thing with Marino is people put out a bad rap on him, saying that he partied too much, he drank too much, all this other stuff, and that's why he dropped so much. But he proved everybody wrong, right?
Walker to Atlanta.
Yep, that makes sense. Raheem.
Hey, you need it though. You know, like
Yeah.
you say, they were gonna go D line or rush in, whatever you want to call it. These
Yeah.
days. All right. Everybody want to find their Von Miller.
Well, it's deep this year with the ends because you still got Green out of Marshall that's still out there too, who's going to be a good pick.
Yeah, he may slide into mid-20s. He may.
Well, I mean, if with Cincinnati sitting there, they may go DN.
Yeah, and they say he's like a poor man's Khalil Mack.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, what surprised me besides Travis Hunter, there hasn't been another cornerback selected yet, and those are usually pretty high picks too. So
The Georgia boy stays home.
Well, the only reason why Johnson out of Michigan didn't go higher is because he was hurt. So some people are worried about that because if I'm not mistaken, I think they said that he had more pick sixes than he gave up touchdowns.
That's correct.
That tells you a lot right there.
Yeah, his toughest game was probably year before last when he played Marvin.
Yeah.
You know.
Marvin ain't no joke, so. You know.
Yeah, I know. But that just shows you, you know, if that's your toughest game, you're doing all right.
Yeah.
A second generation talent.
Can you imagine that 4.4 speed at that height and weight coming at you? You're like, damn. It's like someone like a hooper back.
Anybody have any idea what Arizona's thinking as far as a pick?
I would think, I'm guessing, it could be Will Johnson. It could be offensive line. You know?
Yeah, Gray Zabel's still out there.
Unless, you know what? Yeah, unless they go high and they go for a Matthew Golden to put on the other side with Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, Jalen Walker, that kid, you can tell he don't miss weight room.
Nope, not at all.
You can tell he don't miss the weight room. And then you get to stay home or stay where you been the last.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh yeah, that works out real well for him.
ATL, baby.
Yeah.
While we're waiting, did you guys read that article on Gilbert Arenas' kid?
Oh, sad.
I saw that they say he in a coma or something, right?
They put him in a induced coma.
He was coma, yeah, sad.
And he was supposed. Where was he going? Duke or something like that?
USC.
USC.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, sad. You hate to hear those type of things, man.
They said that he didn't. They said one good thing is that he doesn't have any broken bones.
Right.
So, but he was driving that Tesla.
That truck, right?
Yeah. They said once they towed it and they got it into the impound yard, it blew up.
Really?
That cyber truck, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't see why people drive those things anyway. They're ugly as hell.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
a fashion statement.
Yeah, but I'd rather drive a Pacer than drive anything from Elon anyway. So
It's like when everybody was driving Hummers. Yeah.
Yeah, I see him a lot, and I don't understand why people like that.
I see them a lot out here too. I'm like, why? I don't get that.
Yes.
But
Your Knicks winning?
Yeah.
Is it over, Kev?
Not yet. Up by 6 with like 12 seconds left.
It's
It's
over. It's
It
over.
ain't over.
Unless Cade become
It ain't over.
unless Cade become Reggie Miller real quick, it's about
Hey, unless Reggie Miller's coming off the bench.
Listen, it ain't over till it's double zeros.
what's the score?
Oh my God.
Kev, you okay?
3. He went on camera.
Oh,
Kev, come back.
they must have just hit a 3 or an and 1.
True, they hit a 3. No, it was Hardaway. So Hardaway Jr. The fuck.
He been another one that has been able to keep himself in the league.
Nah, listen, man. Listen, now those paychecks, you listen, they you stay as long as you can.
Hey, you know what? I was watching the Cleveland game the other day, and I was looking at Tristan Thompson. I said, dude, that dude has kept himself in the league, and he's collecting some cha-ching.
Yeah.
He's become the new Udonis Haslem in my
Yes.
God
100%.
never takes the warm-ups off. He's a vet, so he must be a good locker room guy. He wouldn't be last long.
And he's the enforcer if they need him to be.
And he tells people to stay away from the Kardashians.
No, I was going to say he's going to tell you some good Kardashian stories. That's why they keep him around. So
All right, so
Listen, I know what to look for. Don't mess with it.
Real quick, the people in the stadium, are they watching it on the big jumbotron or something?
yeah, they got jumbotrons. They're not in the stadium. They're outside in the parking lot. But yeah, they got jumbotrons. The whole deal.
Come on, let's get the ball in bounds.
Oh, the Cardinals went defensive tackle. I told you there was going to be a run.
Yeah, Walter Nolan.
Walter Nolan. Yeah.
Wow.
That was when you talk about when he came out of high school, one of the preeminent big names. They had a decent college career, but I think again he'll do well in the pros.
I was just about to say, do you think he lived up to the hype?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest. But again, when you got the type of talent, I think he'll do well in the NFL.
So I got a question. I gotta ask you, T.
Yeah.
It's not pertaining to this draft, but what's your take on this Shannon Sharp situation? Seems like it get worse and worse by the day for him.
I told y'all yesterday he wasn't going to make it back to TV next week.
Did y'all see Mike Florio talk about it?
No,
Wait, Florio talked about it. What did he say?
Well, I didn't know, but he said he studied law.
Yeah, he's a lawyer.
Florio.
Shannon, I'm assuming Shannon's lawyer clapped back at him and was like, "You don't really know what you're talking about." And Florio was like, "Well, if I don't know what I'm talking about, who tells the media I offered money if I feel like I didn't do nothing?"
Yeah, but you know what though? That's society today. That sometimes it's better to settle than to go through a whole trial. But I will say this: I supposedly there's a sex tape out there, right?
Yeah.
Well, Shannon say it's a 30-second clip or something.
Yeah, but he said that the whole tape is 10 minutes, and I kind of laughed when he said that. It's like the whole tape's 10 minutes. But anyway, if everything's going to come, I don't know if everything's going to come out, but that stuff right there.
In my opinion, guys, obviously, look, whatever will happen in the court thing, but the fact that again, it's no legality dating somebody over 18. That is your prerogative, but it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for, he was just talking about Darnell Rollins when he interviewed him about you dating somebody 20-some years younger. You go 40, you double it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you got a point.
I've been seeing this story on Twitter where Cat Williams was on this show talking to him, telling him you better stop doing what you're doing, and then
Cat Williams and Monique.
Yeah.
I said he's scared of white women.
dude.
Hey, man.
You know what? I mean, again, this is just my opinion, but if a 20-something-year-old like that, she's what? Like she's barely 20, right?
21 now, yeah.
Yeah. Somebody
Is
like
she
that comes.
21?
21, 22, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's young.
If somebody like that comes at you at the gym,
Get away.
yeah. You know,
And remember, he met her when she was 19.
that's true. Yeah.
That's the scary part. Like, dog, he just got out of high school a year too early. Like,
And what And what kind of conversations you're going to have with somebody like that?
like the great Chris Rock said, all you can do is have sex and eat dinner, go to dinner. That's all you can do. You
Yeah.
can't do that now.
No. But I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of all that. So
Yeah.
What about mid-20s, Kevin? Is that okay?
well, as Belichick. As
Has
Belichick.
been like, listen, if it was me in my, 30, 35 is the cut for me.
Cut line. Okay, I got you.
That's the equator. That's the line. 25, 30. I mean, I'm not in that world now, but if I was, let me say who's listening and watching. But that, that's not even. I'm not even that can't do nothing for me.
Yeah.
30 plus,
You're not a
35 is ideal, right?
you're not a believer in the May December thing, then.
No.
Well, plus
all you can do is eat dinner and do the obvious. There's nothing to talk about. There's no interest. It's nothing,
Yeah, I
and
got
plus think about the difference in music. I'd be like no, we ain't listen to this. No.
T, you can listen to a little Sexy Red, dog. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, there's a few out you, but some of this other stuff that's out there mumbling and stuff, like, no, I'm good.
T, she just like a little Glorilla. Come on, man.
Dude.
Let it be, man. Come on.
Working
Okay,
on TikTok. and
Doce, I love Doce, but some of this other stuff that's out there, I was like, I'm good.
She just like a little Meg Thee Stallion in the morning with her flaming hots.
I think Terrell's a Erica Badu fan, isn't he?
Right, they both from Texas.
I'm a Lauryn Hill fan,
Gotcha.
big time.
Okay. See? The miseducation, all right.
I'm a big time Lauryn Hill fan. Yes.
Stewart to the Bengals. Now I ain't gonna lie. Now that's one person they say it like he has bust potential. That Stewart kid from
Texas
Texas
A&M.
A&M, yeah.
He's a good player though.
No, I agree. They just say
Yeah.
he got high bust potential. I'm amazed there's still all them people out there.
Dude, it's Green Bay. What else they got to do?
Go home. Go home.
It's Green Bay.
Do
Yeah,
this.
and at least it's not in January or February. They'd be freezing their butts off.
I mean, look at what's my man name that be doing a free agency? He already hoodied up under his suit jacket.
Are you talking about Fields? Fields Yates?
Yeah.
He always does that though.
Oh, does it?
But still, that's a smart move because once that sun drops in Green Bay, it's cold.
Hell, it got cold here today. It was about 78, and then about 6:30 it was 55. I'm like, God dang. I'm moving to San Jose with T. This is some bull.
They're dropping in on Shadur.
Yeah. Hey, it works for Pittsburgh though. You
Yeah.
didn't have to move, you didn't have to trade, you didn't have to do nothing. But if you would have told me that he didn't even, from the looks of it, nobody even look at him, I would have been surprised. It is. Uh-oh. Knicks might have lost. Kev done put the mute button on and everything. Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
Kev, it's okay. You always got game 4.
Anybody check the ESPN page?
Right, exactly.
Let's see.
It's either that or he's celebrating. I don't know.
They're up by 2 with a point, with like a half a second to go.
Ooh, so that is close. And then don't
The Grizzlies are up on the Thunder.
how much?
It's early.
By one?
Really?
By 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
They up by 8?
Yeah, in the first quarter.
They probably told Ja to sit out. Shea to sit out or something. Hey, just let it go 5, man. God damn. We need money. You tripping. We need money. I like the green suit though. Money green.
What's that he got around his neck there?
Ice.
Exactly.
Well, I know it's
Iced
ice,
out.
What's it look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense that they go edge.
Yeah. He's another guy that was, highly touted out of high school. Didn't really fulfill his promise in college, but again, gets a second chance in the NFL because he's that talented.
Yeah. So that means Trey Henderson's on the block.
He's on the block. Definitely, he's on the block.
Well, just give him to the Bears for the free.
That's a in your face, as the great Rick James would say, "Fuck your couch." So him.
Is it though?
It is because you draft a guy, feel right. He can fit right in that spot.
But it is two sides.
Huh?
It is two sides of a defensive.
True.
2 DNs too.
Yeah, but when one is looking to get paid, like anywhere from 25 to 30 mil.
Yeah.
Now,
would somebody sign him, and how would they go about it?
Well, I think so. If they release him, which I'm sure that they're going to, then guess what? You can put any kind of offer you want there out there.
Oh shit! Carl Anthony Towns had 31.
Had to respond at the game too. He had to respond.
See, we should never let him go. I'm just saying.
I ain't gonna lie. If y'all hadn't let him go, the Lakers might be in trouble right now.
They got Julius.
Yeah, but you got to remember too, Julius was out for like 17, 18 games.
You see, he laughed after that. He didn't even believe that. He threw that out there, and then he laughed. He knew he was wrong.
Yeah. But and here's the thing about that trade. Julius Randle's a free agent after this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he may not sign back.
Y'all be signed.
You're just like, why?
All right, Hollywood, keep us up to date, dog.
Go back to the draft.
The Seattle Seahawks are on the clock.
So the game's officially over, Kevin.
Thank God. Yeah, Knicks won.
Who else played today? Wasn't it 3 games today?
I think
the Grizzlies and Thunder play right now, and then the Nuggets play later on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Nuggets play tonight?
Yeah, Nuggets into that.
That's the only thing about the playoffs, boy. The good game like that, I ain't staying up for. I'll catch the highlights tomorrow.
I was the NBA. I wouldn't have played tonight with anybody watching this draft.
That's the advantage of living on the West Coast, damn it. Just saying.
It is.
Congratulations.
That and warmth.
And time delay. Huh?
They took the kid from North Dakota State, the guard.
Oh, the guard? He's good. Yeah.
So who do Tampa take now?
They may go corner.
Yeah.
Will Johnson, maybe?
Possible.
Possibly.
Who's the other kid out of Florida State? That's a corner that's pretty good.
I don't know. What about Malachi? You don't think nobody gonna take a stab at that safety from Georgia? Starks?
Not yet, I don't think. Go ahead. You know what? Denver may.
Well, I expect Denver to go RB, I think.
I don't know if they'll go this high with the RB. They may wait till the second, third round. I mean, does Denver go wide receiver?
Well,
Like,
there's only been one that's come
maybe
off
a
the board
Mecca.
besides Travis, right?
No, and the kid from Arizona, McMillan.
Yeah.
But maybe they go with the Matt Golden.
You know who I think may get drafted? The way this draft is going, maybe a Mecca from Ohio State.
Possible.
The slot or whatever he was, the number 2. Because I could, well, no, maybe not Pittsburgh, but maybe Denver could use him. Maybe. Because who was Denver's second receiver after? Is it
Cortland
Cortland?
Sutton.
Yeah. Who was
Yeah,
the
but
second?
Denver needs a running back though too. I think Hampton's going to Denver.
They need a little bit of both.
I don't know if they'll go this high with
I'm
him.
not sure about Stewart. I wanted Malachi or the D tackle from Oregon. So, you gentlemen, let Erica know what she's getting in Stewart. You getting Trey Hendrickson out the door for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're gonna get a pretty decent player. We'll see.
Right.
Well, Shedeur will know something one way or another if he gets to Pittsburgh and they don't pick him.
I think if for some reason Pittsburgh passes, I don't think he gets drafted tonight.
You don't think?
Maybe the Rams at 26.
Yeah, unless somebody trades back in to the first round.
Well, Minnesota wants to go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tom.
I was saying Minnesota wants to trade down because they only have 4 picks, so somebody might come up to their spot. So
it's possible.
So if they don't take Shedeur, who else could they take?
Jackson Dart,
Right. Milrow.
yeah.
I still think with Milrow though, it's a gamble.
Yeah.
I mean, it's low, but then his ceiling's high. So.
Could Pittsburgh have Kenny Pickett fright? Because obviously they were here a couple of years ago and they took a quarterback and it didn't work out. Could they just be on that?
No.
Okay.
Well, no, you got to get. The thing is, you got to have a short. You have to have a short-term memory in the NFL. So,
well, would they think Milrow's sort of comparable to what they just had then in Fields? Yeah.
But see, the thing with Milrow though is that when he throws the ball, sometimes you don't know where it's going.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he throws missiles at 2 yards out. He's throwing Milrow's so big he can probably play tight end in the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a tank.
Man, so think about this. The population in Green Bay is like 115,000. You've got 250,000 people that came to this damn thing.
Listen, restaurants are making money. People with homes. I mean, every business out there is making money.
They said that it's an estimate $100 million that has come into for the weekend.
And that's just tonight. You still got 2 more days.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. But they're looking at the whole weekend. There's an estimate $100 million.
The restaurants, the convenience stores, everybody is making it's a win. That's why again, your NFL comes to your town for a Super Bowl or a draft or some event. You're going to profit.
If Green Bay takes a DB at 23, do you think they release Jair Alexander?
He's on the blocks.
On the block.
Yeah.
I think they fed up with him.
And the thing is, he's a good talent, but
yeah, But
He
it's
just
sometimes
can't
not
stay
as
healthy.
big in talent, you know.
He's got to stay on the field. He's always getting hurt.
Isn't he still young,
Yeah.
Jair?
Yeah.
And Philly, he's still wearing that big ass hat. Damn,
Dude,
God, winning all the way to the bank, huh?
might as well if they're paying you. Shoot.
Now he got the Shador big hat. All right, Tampa's pick is in.
Okay, what can he be telling Shador right now? What can he
Oh
be saying to
shit!
Shador?
Nothing.
Emeka to Tampa.
The
Damn.
receiver from Ohio State.
Yeah.
Wow, that's high for him.
Wow,
He need a
wow.
receiver, but again, as you know, T, you only need one person in the room.
Dude.
Well, you got to think. You can learn from one of the best slot receivers in the game, and Chris Godwin.
But that's saying a lot about Godwin. Like, when can Godwin come back from that
Did he
injury?
break his leg or something like that?
Yeah.
Right.
He's a good receiver. I like him. But that tells you they're a little concerned about Godwin's injury. But they got the young kid. Is it McMillan, the young kid out of Washington?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, he played well towards the end of the year.
Man, that's what's up for Emeka though, boy. And then he kind of built like a big running back, so you ain't bringing him down with no arm tackle.
He's going to a city where they have more strip clubs than they do churches. So there you go.
Who, Tampa?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go to Ybor City.
Yep. That's why that's why we call it Trampa.
Independence Boulevard. I done scamped in that city for a little bit. Blue Martini. I lived in that. I gave a lot of money to the Blue Martini.
No, Kev.
I gave a lot of money there.
No, you didn't. Tell me you didn't.
That credit card engulfed in the Blue Martini.
No, you didn't, Kev. Oh my goodness.
I used to work for a company called Net Wolves, and they were headquartered right on Independence Boulevard, right across from Raymond James.
Mm.
And I'll be out there maybe 6 times a month. And that Ybor City is something. I like it over there.
Ybor's a little scary too. So
I almost like Tampa better than Miami.
No, give me Miami in a heartbeat, please.
Well, but Miami's just overpriced.
Well, there's a reason why it's overpriced. You see what's walking around in Miami?
I know, but I don't even listen. That's gonna make me in the morning regret life.
Hey, the first time I was in Miami, I'm trying to think what Super Bowl it was. I was down there for that week. I can't remember which Super Bowl it was, but anyway, I learned my lesson down there that I will never rent a car in Miami because I almost got in so many accidents. I almost get into so many accidents just driving through South Beach. Like, nope, I'm going to Uber and taxi from now on. I'm good.
That's fine.
I went to Nashville to see Adele back in 2016, and it was so expensive to park around that city that you'd have to do Uber or Lyft or something like that because it was just so dang expensive for parking.
Yep.
Got in the line to go to the hot chicken place, Hattie B's down there. And
how was it?
Well, I never got in. The line was so long. It was about an hour and a half. We decided to give up and go across the street.
Yeah, I'm like I don't like lines anyway, so I'm like I'm good. I can. There's got to be something else I can go to. So
yeah. Well, supposedly she's got the best hot chicken in Nashville, but we just couldn't wait no more.
Yeah, Tom, is Kentucky Derby next week?
Actually, it's let's see what it's the 24th, so yeah, it might be. It might be early. It's the first Saturday in May, so
Oh yeah, so that's next weekend, right?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, we're sort of been thrown off here because we had so much rain that our waterfront got flooded out, and we didn't have our opening thing for the Derby Festival, which is Thunder over Louisville. So we're sort of out of whack this year as far as the Derby events and stuff like that. They're having a balloon race in the morning, I think, if the weather permits.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, all the celebrities and stars go to this party the night before the Derby that raises money for, I think, like diabetes or something of that nature.
Yep.
And Aaron Rodgers has been attending it for several years, and Randall Cobb and
Brady and
Brady, yeah.
Well, Randall Cobb has a house right there. He's from Kentucky, right?
I think he's actually from
He went to
Texas, but he
Kentucky.
played college ball
Yeah.
in Kentucky. So
Yeah, but I know he has a house in Nashville.
yeah.
Him and Mookie Betts is from Nashville, so Mookie has a house in there as well.
Yeah. So, but yeah, a lot of the athletes show up on Saturday on Millionaires Row and stuff like that. And bet. I'm
Yeah.
surprised I didn't see you there. I was kidding. You know, the millionaire that you are there, Terrell.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm messing.
No, you're good. All right, the pick is in. Let's see who Denver goes with.
Oh wow, we're up to Pittsburgh now. I'm saying it's a running back.
I think it's Hampton
I think they go corner.
or
Johnson.
maybe Golden, the receiver.
It's possible. That's possible too.
Yeah.
That suit.
Great turnout. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, would y'all wear a suit like that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is the draft. I would rock. You know,
No, I'm just asking.
get a little flash.
I'm going green like what's my man name?
Oh, Shamar Stewart. Shamar Stewart.
Ah.
Wait a minute, you're going to go green?
Oh yeah.
No, dude.
I didn't say yellow, just green. Myth, what's up, big dog?
Yeah, you called it about Shannon. That shit was, bro. Y'all got some insider trade. Like literally, I'll be the first one. Like I open up my phone.
Hey,
I'm like, damn, y'all like you overnight shipping and handling. Goddamn. Let me know what lotto numbers to take too, bro. I'm gonna keep it. Hey, Kev, I ain't
don't know any man, and I feel bad for him. But you work for the Mouse, they don't play that, man.
Nah, it's Disney. You right. I didn't think it was be like because it was going on for like a week. I didn't know it was gonna be that quick. I was like, damn.
They don't be it. It's quick. I mean, you know, and what they'll do, they won't fire him. They'll just
Yeah, they did it with Stephen A. too. He had to take a time off when he said some hot stuff too.
yeah. Stephen A. had a couple of suspensions.
Well, and so did Jamel, but they let McAfee do whatever the hell he wants to. So say whatever the hell he wants to.
Yeah.
he got the
Shahid
complexion
Cameron
for the
from
Sunday.
Texas, the cornerback.
They took who?
Another corner.
Ja'Day Barron.
Oh, they took.
Oh, he's good.
Carter Shador for obvious choices. Yeah, well, we may see Hollywood.
You know what? And going back to that Shannon thing real quick. I mean, there's no good time for this to come out. But he's trying to build that empire where he was raising $100 million. To have his own, basically his own, broadcast and stuff. So that might be put on hold as well.
I think so. At least for a moment.
Come on,
Yeah.
Christian.
Huh?
Talking about for Shannon.
Yeah. It's kind of
Yeah.
radioactive at the moment. You really can't. Media is a funny animal, man. It's just you can't get next to somebody right now. Now, if he has redemption, the only thing they can say is he made a bad decision with a young girl. But again, it's not a criminal. It might be looked upon, but nobody's frowning at Bill Belichick. And he's worse.
Or even Mike Zimmer.
Zim got a little young thing too.
Yeah.
He does.
Where's he? Where's Zimmer at right now? Where's he coaching? Or is he
Dallas.
assistant?
No, he's not Dallas anymore.
He was in Dallas, but yeah, he's
Yeah.
not there anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they brought in Eberflus.
Right. So where's he at now? Just smashing the young thing?
He was cashing checks.
What do you like me to wear? Oh, just anything, honey. Did you see Bill Belichick doing yoga with his girl on the beach? There's some picture a couple weeks ago. He had her picked up by his legs. I'm like, Belichick is living his best life.
I'm sorry. There's certain things I don't want to see, and that's one of them. I'm just like really, come on, Bill, come on.
Okay,
But here's my thing about the whole deal with him and his girlfriend. I mean, whatever they do is fine.
Right.
But now she's getting involved on the social media and everything else that's going on at University of North
She's
Carolina.
on the payroll, T. She's on the payroll.
I know. I'm just like, what the hell,
Taking NIL money.
dude?
Hey, so let me ask the question for Shador. Can a brother get a job? Can a brother get a job?
At
What-
this
hey,
point,
What are you going to do yoga on the beach with them?
You better off getting a taxi in New York. Listen.
Dude, that's what. See, there you go. See,
No Uber.
Oh.
here we go.
he don't look too excited, so I guess they're not calling.
Pick is in for the Steelers.
The Seattle DK Metcalf. They're sitting here with a pick. We talked about Derek Harmon, defensive back out of Oregon, would be mentored by Cam.
Well, if it's not Pittsburgh, it could be the Rams at 26.
Yeah, I think the Rams draft a quarterback regardless.
For either one of them,
For either one, I think that the loser here goes to the Rams.
If the Steelers don't pick Shador at 21, I think somebody might come to 24 at Minnesota if they want him.
Yeah, I think something might.
Some too, yep.
Yeah, I can see somebody who's like, if they don't have like anything sent, trade, double up in the second round, turn that late first into two. It makes sense. Especially just looking for rotational players. You know, it's a lot of defensive players in this
Yeah,
draft.
do you feel comfortable with Mason Rudolph throwing passes to DK? I don't know.
Hold on. Hey, don't talk about the gut.
Uh,
Hey, I'm a Ravens fan. I'm trying to drive my fun.
Oh,
It's like, what?
wait,
What?
what happened, Kev?
they went D tackle Derek Harmon from Oregon.
Wow.
wow.
I think Shador might fall off the first.
Yep.
That young man, he must have get no NIL. Look
Wow.
at him.
I think Minnesota's going to trade out at 24. I think.
He was living like Alvin Mack from the program. Look at that stuff. Wow.
Yeah, and the Shador story for all ESPN tomorrow. Everybody's gonna be talking about Shador. We ain't gonna be going into that. It's gonna be the Shador show, especially if he doesn't go on day one.
The last Phil Yates mock had him at 27 with the Rams, or 26 with the Rams. So, he might go there, but everybody says, "Oh, Pittsburgh's going to guarantee." Well, obviously not. Because
I'm at right.
I can go get Shuck. I can go get Dart. I can go get a quarter. I can get Milroy. Go get them second round.
They don't have Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh doesn't have a second round draft
They
pick.
don't have a second, but maybe they might. No, that's true. That's true. Right, they don't.
Unless they find a deal, because George Pickens is on the block, but they're not going to get a second round draft pick for him.
No.
But maybe they package a couple things together where they can move.
No,
up.
that was a rumor going around that they would trade with us for Pickens, Garrett Wilson in a pick.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm shocked. As like, even though they're in my division, I was telling what's his name yesterday, I have more respect than dislike for him. But the fact is that, just like you said, they have Rudolph, and it's just like you're waiting on Aaron Rodgers like you a side chick, and he's really waiting on the Vikings, and this is the way you move it, and it's just kind of like, I get it, but it's at one point, it's especially if he turns into something, it's going to be like you had him for the taking because you don't have any heir apparent at all. And if you sign Aaron Rodgers, you're probably going to make the playoffs again. You're going to be right back where you started. So where do you get your quarterback from?
It's similar to what I was saying last week. You keep hiring these 1-year solutions.
But but the thing is though, is that means that they have a quarterback in mind that they probably can go get.
Is it Jackson Dart? Probably.
I think. Well, they don't have a second round pick, so Jackson Dart's probably gone unless they package something together and get a second round pick.
So they're looking at a real project. A real project.
But I mean, I still think that Aaron Rodgers is going to go there. I just think that he's giving them some indication that he's going to go there. They're just not releasing it. So, but yeah, I mean, I think and I know they like Milroe as well. So who knows?
Yeah, because I don't even know why he came. I doubt he's going in the first round. I'd be shocked. Like, if they take him in the first round, I can't call it. Like, talking about a reach.
But the thing is that you can't go wrong with Mike T. I'm just saying, so they've got a plan.
Is Hollywood still on? His team's on the clock. So
Hollywood might throw his damn phone at this point.
That's crazy. Damn.
We gonna see.
Damn. The hate be real. Like, all of that, bro. They really, it's crazy what the media can do. All that extra, read all about it. That's wild.
Hollywood. Who you pick, dog?
Did y'all listen to that interview with Lane Kiffin on the Pivot?
He did it recently?
About a week ago. Mm-hmm.
Oh, did he?
It's good. It's good. USC did him dirty.
Oh, yeah.
I saw how he was talking crazy about
the quarterback.
Yeah, the one that went to Miami from
Mm-hmm.
Georgia. He was like, did y'all see how he played against us? And you gonna give him that? I'm like, this guy is the worst. God damn.
But that's Lane.
Kicking his back in. Pause.
Shit talk like Lane Kiffin. That's what what Weezy said.
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's a mind. He's got that brilliant mind. So
yeah.
That he does.
Come on, Chargers, make that pick.
it don't matter. They're not going to Super Bowl anyway. So
Yeah.
You gotta stop with the hate, man. Let them kids be great.
it's not hate. It's truth.
Maybe so.
How many more years you think the Rams got with their current quarterback?
With Stafford, I think they got 2 at the most.
2. Yeah,
I think 4 could be in play for the Rams.
Yeah, I think. I think they're going to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
Now, if you go there, sitting and waiting may be a good thing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. It is nothing.
Stafford, and then you go with a genius like.
That'll be the best move for him, I think.
You don't see a lot of young quarterbacks get that opportunity, especially getting drafted in the first round.
Don't.
So it's like for him with a quarterback who's more similar then not the most mobile quarterback, making all the reads, which Shador can do. It's nothing wrong with put that thing in the oven 1 or 2 years. I'm not mad. And he's not a young spring chicken. He could get injured. Not I want that, but you know what I'm saying? You never know. I think it's like, and that defense is still there. They rebuilding,
And I think
They're not really rebuilding.
I mean, offensively, they got like for a quarterback. I mean, yeah, that's probably not the best way to see it, but they're in transition. They're in a transitional period. Better yet, for quarterbacks, that's a better way.
I mean, we thought last year that they were going to be in a rebuilding, but no.
I thought they were going to miss Aaron Donald, but nah, they got some. That D line is still nasty.
Yeah.
And dang near a play away. They what was they about to tie it against Philly? But yeah,
if they would threw the flag like they were supposed to on that pass interference against Philly would have gone. Philly would have lost.
But the worst
Los Angeles taking this long, it feels like there's a trade in the.
I think so too, Tom.
Yeah, because it's like because they need a receiver for sure. They need a receiver. They need what else do they need? They probably another edge rush because they lost.
They need a tight end. They need receivers. They
need corners.
Damn.
But you got to remember too, like Harbaugh's a little quirky, so you don't know what's happening there right now. So
yeah, he'll drive Will Johnson probably.
He's gonna draft the buffest dude in there, just everything, muscle conditioning. He's like, who the swollen? The punter get him. The kicker get. He's just like
Will Johnson, I think.
Yeah, that's his guy.
Yeah, and then especially in that division.
Yeah.
He does have a strategic advantage with all. He's like, I know these guys intimately. Done played with a lot of these guys. Played with them. Coached against them.
Recruited them out of college, out of high school. Everything.
I know your mama.
That's crazy.
Smash your mama.
Oh, come on. I'm taking this shit way too far.
Didn't he sleep at a kid's house?
Yes, man.
But house at a kid's. I mean, Harbaugh's a different animal.
You think? He's quirky.
Yeah.
What Kobe say? A different animal, but the same beast, or whatever he said.
Eccentric.
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant? You're welcome.
Pick is in, so I guess they didn't trade it after all.
Who they get?
I really would love to see where Cam Ward would have went if he wasn't number one. I would love to see how his trajectory would have went. Still would have went top 10. You think?
Probably would have went to the Giants.
Oh, he definitely would have gone. He definitely would have gone top 10 because he's the best quarterback coming out. So
it's going to be interesting to see how his development, because it's like there hasn't been a lot of, because we knew for the longest time that Titans were set on him. So like Shador took all, like he's been in the spotlight because of his daddy. I wonder about Cam's intangibles because just the way he looks, he's, I saw him talking ish to to Shador, but I do wonder, it's like, hey, that first year, second year, you're not in the best position, let's see how he's going to do when it's like, we all want to watch that first game. We all want to see that development.
Typical Harbaugh pick. They went with Hampton, the running back from North Carolina. They want to be physical, run the ball.
But they just picked up Najee Harris, right?
Yeah.
But again, that's his identity. He wants linemen and running backs.
Yeah, you just want to just punch it down, punch it.
Hampton.
The Hamptons that they let the girlfriend sit on the couch. Mama must like a little bit. Let her sit on the couch.
Got to rub that back. Rubbing the millions right there. Rubbing millions. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's wild, boy. She go to the back, man. Sorry.
Yeah. So that means they don't resign Gus Edwards, do they?
No.
Or other one. Both of them are Ravens.
Dobbins.
Yeah, I think they had them both.
J.K. Dobbins. Yeah.
Dobbins, yeah, Dobbins looking for a job too.
And he looked like he can fly. So
All right, let's see
you
what the
got a
Packers
home
do.
run hitter, and you got Najee Harris through the middle.
Let me ask you guys a question. Looking at 2020 being hindsight, should Shador have worked out the combine? Would it have been a difference, or it didn't matter?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
I don't think it mattered.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
And it was just like all we can do is hopefully that he gets to a team that's a solid organization.
Now this is where do they go D line? Do they go Green? Do they go Will Johnson? Do they go?
How's they looking? He gets
I
injured a
would
lot.
go Johnson personally.
He gets injured a lot.
They say the same. Huh?
He's been getting injured a lot. He's got that injury, bro. Like he's been getting nicked up. They might have to re-solidify that O line. I'm not familiar where the ranking is, but he gets injured a lot, man.
Who? Will Johnson?
The Packers, they quarterback, Love.
Oh, Jordan Love. Yeah.
Jordan Love.
They're definitely not going to corner. They're definitely not going quarter, but they might go corner here.
Yeah, because Alexander's about to leave. Yeah.
Is that Tiki? Yeah, I think Tiki's on the stage.
Tiki or Rondé?
I can't. You know what? I can't tell.
I don't know if Tiki's so welcomed with the NFL community. I don't know. Rondé.
It might be Rondé.
I don't know.
Shoot.
It is interesting how one is so beloved and the other one is not at all.
Dude, there was days that Rondé would come into the locker room like on a Monday after a game, and I'm looking at him like, how's this cat going to play? By Thursday, he's practicing. Friday, Sunday, he's like going. I was like, okay. I've never seen somebody bounce back like that.
How
That
long were you
fast.
in Tampa?
Yeah, he was there with me. We had.
No, I'm saying, how long were you there, Keith?
I was only there for a year,
Okay.
and then I came back here and went to San Jose State and ran their department.
Okay.
Hey, shout out James Jones and all them folk.
Dude, Myth, I got James Jones into the combine.
No, that's the homie, right? I was like, I was a freshman and when it was his senior year, I think. And so I've DJed for him a couple times, but yeah, I'm happy what he's doing with the TV broadcast.
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to American in Fremont and Newark Memorial in Newark.
Yeah, because James went to Gunderson. So
Yeah. Isn't that where Cormier's coaching right now? Daniel Cormier? Is that where he's coaching the wrestling team?
I don't. Oh, so he's basically like a volunteer because so he has. God, I'm trying to think what's the name of the dojo that's down here, but that's where he works at. But then he
KK, yeah. I saw.
Yes.
I went to Columbia 2 weeks ago, right when I was boarding. I saw him, and I was like, "Oh snap!" But he was with a. I was like, "Oh, I'm a fan," but I didn't want to. I was just like, "Salute, do your thing." I ain't gonna, But yeah,
he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
I should have gotten first class. I probably would have sat right next to him too, man. Should've got that.
Hey, so
You never know. You just get the first class. You never know who you sitting next to.
that's true.
Because I was thinking about it, I'm like, nah, I'll just get the extra leg room. And I'm like, I'm a big MMA fan, but yeah, James Jones, I did his retirement party. Yeah, and his camp. I used to do his camp too. But that's solid. Getting him into that combine, bro.
Dude, I called in every favor that I had to get him into the combine.
That's like, San Jose State, we the little brothers compared to, Cal and Stanford. So,
And the sad thing about that is that they haven't had a good AD probably since the 70s at San Jose State, and that's why their programs don't do as well. The baseball program used to be really, really good until Sam Parral just retired. He was a baseball coach there, but they were really, really good. So
when you think about just the black culture, a very rich history, San Jose State, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. Yeah, very. And they're taking their all their time. Damn, it's none of these folks outside of somebody trading. I wouldn't be surprised. I would get to see if like the Browns traded back in because what they got the fifth. They traded. What did they get? They got a second round? They get an extra second round or two?
They get a second round and a fourth round, and then the first for next year.
Okay.
I think if the Browns are going to trade back in, they come to us if there's somebody to have their eye on. So
We shall see.
I wonder what the over under is on how many pounds of cheese has been eaten there. Sold there right now.
Hopefully they lactose intolerant.
Oh no, it's Green Bay. Come on, there's no way. It's the Midwest.
Like they done built that immunity up.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about shit. Hey. That's crazy all them people still out there. Oh, God, man.
the pick is in.
There's a lot of green out there. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Make you want to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
I
We would always play. I think the earliest that we went there was September. Other than that, it'd be like October, November. So you would see like a wave of green or orange for the hunting suits, so people can stay warm.
Yeah.
The only green we rock with is jet green.
Dude, you got to get off this green, dude. Because you're talking about a green
That
suit.
Packer green.
Yeah, you're talking about wearing a green suit, a jet green. Like, dude, what's going on with you?
Listen, he's wearing my quarterback on his back.
Well, so actually on my chest, but
Oh yeah, whatever.
we relatives, man. You gotta support the family.
I hear you, cousin. Hey, cuz.
Hey, just let me know when you place your order so I could let you know my size. I need. I want the black one. I want the black jet one.
Murphy.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
I think Murphy's retiring this year.
Yeah. Do something. Okay.
When I used to play for a team out here, Kev, called the South Holland Jets.
Okay.
I thought I was Dan Morgan, so I had number 44 and everything. We had all black unis. I don't know why. Because, Little League season start like fucking August.
Well, they probably got it on clearance. That was probably, you get the black uniform.
You talk about burning up.
They got them on clearance because
the only thing that wasn't black was our helmet.
We come back in.
White helmets, black jersey, black pants.
Yeah, he got that on clearance. He got the clearance price.
Were y'all wearing black gloves, and did y'all have like little berets underneath your helmets too?
Yeah, all that. Yeah.
throw the black power sign.
We couldn't do that.
Y'all would like the Sharks from Any Given Sunday, huh? Y'all like the Sharks from Any Given Sunday, all black in Miami.
Exactly.
Willie Beeman, I see you.
Willie no Beeman.
They went with gold in the wide receiver. That's a good pick. That's a value pick.
How many wide receivers does the Packers need?
Like 12.
Well, the thing is they can stay healthy.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've taken a wide receiver in the first round in a long time.
I know, but they have so many young wide receivers there. That's why I was saying that.
That's pretty cool,
they
though.
can't stay healthy.
He get to stay where he got drafted, so that's pretty cool. And then, like you say, them injuries, man, because didn't somebody break their leg? Wasn't it Watkins or something?
Well, the thing that they had problems with is the hamstrings.
But Watkins didn't he hurt himself doing something? Like was
Who
it a
knows?
hamstring, Achilles?
Yeah.
And I think Dobbs got the concussion issue.
Yep.
Dobbs, yeah.
The only thing they got is the tight end Kraft. I think that's his name.
Okay, I kind of like that suit
Oh, that's what I was
Because he's
asking
gold-
earlier. Would you rock?
because he's golden. He's wearing a golden suit, right?
Yeah.
And the hat matches.
No, we don't.
And he's got a G, right?
Yep.
Is that a G around his neck?
Yeah, for his last name. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I mean, it all fits together, right?
Everything meshed. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Was meant to be.
You know what I just thought about? I want to do some of these draftees be mad about. Damn, I shouldn't have hugged them when they get that big ass fine in the mail. I hugged him a little too much. Shit.
It's cool.
But you know, the thing is, he's not the one that hands out the fines. It's Troy Vincent that hands out the
I
fines,
know, but still, it's like God. Damn.
and that's why you don't see Troy Vincent at the draft.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I
know.
got my brother, his high school teammate.
Right?
Huh?
Isn't Runyon in that office now too with Troy? John
Yeah.
Runyon?
Ryan been in there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, my brother went to high school with one of the guys that do it for the Bears. He said they be pissed because they
Oh,
know
hell yeah.
exactly who he is. So it's like, man, he be hating. It's like, man, you
dude,
gotta follow protocol.
dude. When you walk in the morning or Monday morning after a game, and you got that FedEx package sitting there, you know what it is.
Why they let him speak on the mic? Nobody cares. So just get off.
Why they let him speak on the mic? Because it's Green Bay. He's the Packer now.
Who gives a? Now you gotta let the next
Dude.
8 do the same thing.
Somebody from PR is gonna pull him aside and say, "No, you don't do that. You got to go pack, go." That's what they're gonna tell him. Like, dude, you got to get better at that.
What did he say?
Is it 1, 2, 3, Green Bay? Like, no, dude.
He'll learn. He'll learn.
Well, let's see what the Vikes do.
Yeah.
Do they go? Do they go safety? Do they go edge rush? Do they go line?
With the 24th pick, the Minnesota Vikings select Shador Sanders. Oh, damn.
Shallow Sanders.
You know that ain't gonna happen.
Man, you better off getting the Colonel.
Hey, Sam, if that happened, I think T and Tom both leave. Son of a.
Like, what y'all doing? Y'all better than that. None against Shiloh, but y'all better than that.
Y'all think Shallow's going undrafted or maybe 6th or 7th?
I think he'll go late. He'll go late, 6, 7, something like that.
I think he'll go undrafted. I think they're just
Hey, this catch was crazy.
Dion tell teams don't draft him because he can pick where you want to go as a free agent.
Since we're sticking and picking, I think we'll probably take the safety from Georgia. Start
Or the safety from South Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah, you guys got to get ready to start dealing with DJ since his team drafted and switched to get Travis Hunter. So DJ's about to
He's
come
gonna be in all. Yeah, he in all. Yeah.
and he's gonna be like, I told y'all 10 years ago. I told you we was gonna get Travis Hunter, and then you know what I'm saying. You know, I never.
And they're gonna run the table while you playing.
Florio said it's going to do.
The table is turning. They're running. See, Schwab, I'll be like, bro, could you pronounce? I don't know what theory he's on, but it's just like,
Hey, my man, take a breather. God damn.
I can't take a break. I'm at work right now. I gotta get this.
Take it in.
Man, they taking their
It's gonna
time.
be
with
like we running the table on everything I love. We running the table. You running the table. Sam, what are you talking about? We running the table. We're gonna start off the season 8-0.
Hey guys.
Oh, we picked a guard from you, Ohio. Is he any good?
Ooh, that's a good pick.
No,
That's
that's a
what
real good pick.
That's what I wanted. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He's good.
Hey, the Texans
good.
in the pick.
And he can
Uh-oh.
switch back
Here
and
we
forth.
go. The Giants are taking Shedeur Sanders.
Did they just move in?
Texans. Wow.
Who they trade for?
Training with the Giants. That's Shedeur.
Adam Schefter with the report. Now, who did they take at first? Abdul Carter?
Yeah, it's Shedeur.
Yeah.
It's Shedeur.
Because this was what they was talking about. I heard it too on a podcast. What you were saying is just like, hey, if he's a reach at top 5, top 10, but
He's
he's
a value in the 20s.
value in the 20s.
Yeah.
And that means they somebody go. They got there's too many. I'm telling you, somebody's like that you know, your hairs on your neck between Russ and Jameis.
Somebody said Jackson Dart.
What if they got Jackson Dart? I'd be like, woo!
They still ain't learned their lesson.
You thought we was about to draft a brother in the first round, a quarterback?
Wasn't it like one of the last teams to hire a black quarterback?
Mortimer, you thought I would bet my all on him.
Hey, but if they take Shedeur, that means that quarterback room is all black.
Ravens did it too. We had it
because Tommy Cutlets is gone.
Oh, is he getting selected? Why he's standing up?
Oh snap!
What?
Oh no, the way he looking like, oh, he doing handshakes. Oh, they got Dart.
Jackson Dart.
Yeah, he's doing the dap.
Yeah, the way he hugging and doing all that at home. Yeah.
So then that means Shedeur may go to the Rams.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hope he going first the way they move.
does that mean he thinks Dayball thinks he can be a poor man's Josh Allen? Maybe.
I
Yeah, but
guess.
Dayball may not have a job next year. That's the thing.
Correct the mundo.
See, I ain't even mad that Shedeur didn't even go to the combine. I don't. What was Jalen? Yeah, I was like, brother, what? Why did he go? I know he got a hotel. About to be extended stay. Maybe just for the marketing. I get it. What do you have to lose?
Who's that? Shedeur?
Not hasn't come in yet.
No, you were talking about going to combine. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, I mean, because Shedor's he's not in Wisconsin, right? He's at
No,
yeah.
he's at-
I'm like Jalen, I don't think he's gonna be. When do you think Jalen's gonna go? Like,
it depends. He can go late this round, or he can go,
really?
second round. Yeah, it's possible.
Hey, real quick, Kev, what's the name of the kid that you say you coached?
Oh, Johnny Cornelius. He's well, I didn't coach him, but I know his family. Used to break down his film. He's not going to third or fourth round. If he gets,
we have a special guest. This past Super Bowl champion. I can't see her that way. We got Taya in the crib.
What's up, Taya?
Hey.
Are you snapping like a poetry song?
you make sure you keep your eyes on that road, young lady.
I'm not driving.
Oh, okay.
got her drive. Oh, go ahead, Ty. Go ahead.
She in that good Uber. Or
That 4.9 stars.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with my boy not getting drafted? What's going on?
Wow.
I don't know. We trying to figure.
They gave up a lot.
What
Jackson
happened?
Dart.
No, they gave up a lot to move up.
What they give up?
A second and a third for this year, and then a third for next year.
Mm.
Well, when your job is on the line, you like, shit, I might be here, I might not.
Right. I'm all or nothing. I'm all in.
I'm all in.
Damn, you say a second and a third?
Shoot. Travis might get to play both in Jacksonville.
Oh, he's gonna play
Yeah,
both.
he's gonna play both sides. With that new head coach and that offensive mind he got, he's gonna play both sides.
He's gonna play both sides of the corner.
Who's that coach?
Liam Nelson.
Liam Cohen. Liam Neeson.
Duval.
Oh yeah. It's what was Liam? What is it? What's it called? I'm gonna draft. And I'll.
Hey. When I travel, they ask for emergency contact. I put
Well,
Liam
they
Neeson
said he
sometimes.
might have a chance he would drop, and
This much though? I thought
Well,
for sure
no,
the Steelers was going to
the
take it.
last mock draft had him going to the Rams at 26.
Yeah.
Now let me ask y'all this then. Why do y'all think he's dropped? So
I have no idea. That's why I'm asking y'all.
There's people who believe that he's he's at a plateau. Like he does a lot of good things well, but it's not like with Cam, he has the legs and his arm strength, and Milroe with the athletic ability. Some of these, I think they're just splitting hairs personally.
yeah.
But again, they kind of look at the as like, okay, he's solid, but where's the extension? I don't know. I don't agree with it.
Now let me ask this: can Jackson Dart run?
Yeah, he can move.
He's athletic.
He can move.
Is
Did
he
he
Josh
get picked?
Allen
He got
athletic?
picked already?
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not
Right
like Josh Allen.
Okay.
Wow.
Already got.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jackson Dart.
Yep.
They kept showing Shador, and then I see Gilly up there with that dumbass head again.
He got the Shador one on now.
Cleo said the same thing about that hat.
I hate that hat, man.
They
Everything's
said
so
it was ahead of
Huh?
there was a chance to go ahead of Shador. Now the Rams, I think the Rams are going to take Shador Sanders.
Mm-mm. Why would the Rams take Shador?
Because
Matt Stafford ain't got too many
last
more
couple of
years.
years, he's at the end of his road. You get a guy, you mentor him, and you got a super mind. But that pick goes now to Atlanta. I think. Atlanta got
You
that.
got to think too. You got Puka, gonna be maybe his third, fourth year around that time.
The Rams trade the pick to Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah.
Now,
I don't see Shador going first round.
What pick we on now? 20 what?
27, 26.
Damn, and he's still. Oh wow.
Black man can't get no job.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. That's crazy.
And I hope he
I'm
turns.
like, he went from top 5 to not even pick.
Oh, he'll come in the league with a chip.
Jackson Dart was at USC at first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long he been at Ole Miss?
2 years, I believe.
Years.
Oh, who you picking, Atlanta?
That's the Rams, right?
No, the Rams traded the pick to Atlanta.
Okay.
But
Well, okay, he can run a little bit. Okay.
Bruh,
I'm going to Rams either.
the door doesn't even get picked in the first round. That's what we got to sort.
Yeah, if you would have told me that, I would have said you tripping. Somebody would.
Well, because everybody else, they don't need a quarterback, really.
That's a bad John.
Absolutely, it's the worst time to have a job for football.
This is a bad John right here.
Yeah.
I know he feels some type of way right now.
Shit,
He's got to use it as fuel. You know,
Mother.
it won't matter. It won't matter once you get to training camp.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I know that, but
It's definitely on him. People talk about Shador being number 1 pick.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
To go from at least top 5 to
yeah.
to possibly not even the first round. That's wild. That's wild.
Well, we know Cleveland's got the first pick tomorrow, so
Who did they
Oh,
get?
maybe
Mason Brown.
they might take him
Yeah.
tomorrow. Then
yeah, they got the first pick tomorrow. So
they might take him tomorrow. I ain't really want him to go to Cleveland.
See, I figured it had to be something. You see traits and Dart he saw in Josh Allen. I knew it had to be something.
I don't know, man. Something happened.
Right. That's what happened.
Maybe all these negative
Damn.
reports about him got to the owners.
Say it, Kev. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
the Rams got some nice picks too. Jeez,
What they get back?
they get a second, a seventh for this year, and then they get a first round draft pick for next year.
Damn, really?
Yeah,
Mm.
From Atlanta, right?
yeah.
So who could Atlanta take right now?
Well, they need offensive line help. They need DB help.
Who did they take at first? Oh, the kid out of Georgia.
Yeah, Jalen Walker.
Armand Membo.
James Pierce from Tennessee.
Damn, so they get 2 DNs?
Yep.
They needed it though.
Yeah.
Hey.
Ooh, my Ravens is up. Ooh.
Now who do you think may have a better ceiling between the two?
Mama got them diabetes arms.
Come on, Kev, chill, dog.
That's my baby.
Hey, is that the basketball player sitting next to him?
Huh?
Is that basketball, the WNBA girl sitting next to him? What's her name? Rakia Jackson or something like that?
Was
Rakia
it?
Jackson.
Was it?
She looked like her to me.
Could be.
Was that her, Terrell?
No, they're in camp right now, I believe. WNBA started their camps this week, so possibly, who knows?
So the Cleveland could take Shador at 33, top of the second round.
You get 2 DNs. Who you think got a better ceiling between the two?
I think Jalen Walker does.
Yes.
But I mean, you got them both. So
But that was a weak spot because they had Judon last year. I don't think he's not signed. He didn't resign.
yeah.
Right.
Damn.
Damn, you see this right now?
You see him just bull rush the damn tackle? Yeah. Dang.
Speed for sure, but we don't see a lot of.
Wow, playing with me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the Raiders go get Shador at 37.
Damn. Who?
The Raiders.
Ooh, that'd be crazy.
But I don't see him going first round. I think that's done.
again, unless somebody trades back in, but
Right.
The Falcons have been in the bottom 2 in sacks 4 of the last 6 years, including 31.
Damn.
So I think we're gonna go guard. We're gonna go O line.
Y'all probably get what's the boy
You go-
name?
you go
out
safety?
of,
Nah, I think we good at safety because we got a Darius back, Darius Washington, Kyle, and then
Starks. Y'all get Starks out of Georgia. That may be good for y'all.
well, y'all, yeah, with all this talent like y'all.
Taya, we can't hear you.
Oh,
You trying to talk?
I wasn't talking.
Oh,
okay. Go back on mute.
What is wrong?
You wasn't talking, so
I like that. Ty, show that water, Ty. Show that water.
Oh my God. Hey, did you get your credentials by them yet? So you can start getting paid
We're working on it. We're working on it.
every time you
I actually
mention
meeting yesterday.
every bottle that sells, you get $5. Hey, that's a hell of a deal. $5 a bottle. You making more money than Jordan do with them
And
damn.
that dude that was dunking his head.
Hey, what's the score of that OKC game? Anybody know?
Mhm.
I know y'all was saying it was up 8. I mean down 8 or something.
It is 51 to 77. So Thunder are losing 51 to 77. Nuggets are losing
Wow.
to 56.
NBA team.
Wait, hold on. Who losing
Yeah.
51-77?
Thunder are losing 51 to 77.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Clippers are beating Denver by 16.
Yep.
I got him by 18 now.
18 now, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wait, the OKC game is what? What's the
They
score?
down 26.
Good.
No, I'm talking about Memphis is down 26.
Good.
I think the Clippers can win this
No.
series.
Memphis is up. This is up.
Yeah,
Hey,
the Thunder's down by 26.
Your
Oh, the
Memphis,
Thunder is down by 26.
yeah. So
Oh, the Thunder down by 26.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
never mind.
Y'all throwing them guns up tonight.
Is Ja playing?
Throw your guns.
I mean, Shea?
Let's see.
Yeah, Shea playing.
If Shea ain't playing, I ain't. Man, it's like.
Why
whatever.
wouldn't Shea be?
oh, he's not playing.
Shea, no, he's
I'm
playing.
out.
He's got 18 points.
Yeah, but they came out so tough. I get it. They were like, I'm tired, boss.
Yeah,
And-
you
Man,
done
they-
lost by 70 the last 2 games.
Oh, Ja didn't have his pistols. Throwing
Only-
them guns tonight.
He didn't
That
have
was
Memphis
all I
behind him. That's what
He
it
had no
was.
ammo. He had no ammo in Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
Are
he's at home now. He's got a grenade launcher. He's got all kinds of shit going.
He's killing
Bazooka.
himself.
Why y'all throwing shots at him?
Because he's throwing shots at everybody else.
Yeah, that's
Why not?
problem.
Y'all throwing shots at Ja.
I heard he pulled up in a tank tonight. So who knows?
No, he
what's going on with
didn't.
him.
Are you serious? You
Yeah,
joking.
I'm done.
I'm messing.
I'm about to say he taking this way too far. Come on, dog.
Hey, Swab, he rolled up in a tank and some camouflage. So
On some Miami Hurricane type stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Are there more legitimate edge rushers in the first round, Gordon? Because I heard that was the guy. One of my
You got old boy from Marshall still available.
Green,
Right.
he's
Yeah.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
they said the previous guy. That's what we were supposed to get, but we got Smith.
Y'all might get Green. They say Green was supposed to be top 10.
He had a couple of off the field issues that I think hurt his stock a little.
And we probably ain't getting them because we're big on character.
Who, Green?
Yeah.
Hey, Myth with. Hey, Myth, you say what?
They big on character.
We get on ever since like between Ray Rice and Ray Lewis. We definitely we gotta chill out. I know what you was doing. You ain't slick. I snitch on myself.
No, hey, y'all still pay Justin Tuck?
That's true.
I'm gonna head out. You got us. I forgot. Ain't nobody worried about the kicker. Ain't nobody here come to see you, Otis. Just good to see you.
Why y'all can't see me now? What's going on with this thing?
I totally forgot about that. You was just like, really?
I'm like, oh, for real?
Yeah.
That took
I
starts.
don't know what's going on with my picture.
Yeah, doesn't Justin Tuck and Deshaun Watson go to the same church?
Hey, that's big for y'all though. That safety.
Yeah, he's
Holy
good.
hands.
Y'all got
You did that.
Holy hands, the holy hands.
Hey, Talia, where you go?
I don't know why y'all can't see my picture now. It's crazy. I got my camera on.
Gotta go out and come back.
If he's starting though, I don't know if he's starting though. That's what's crazy. I don't know if he's starting though.
Who could he start
Don't
over?
matter.
New
I
York
said they
team.
were going to draft a safety.
You did. No, you called. I give it to you, brother. Flowers on the way. Flowers on the way.
Excuse me, I'm going to go play lottery right now. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to go play the lottery.
Nah, I'm
They
like
said-
trying to Darius.
They did say if y'all didn't get him, he was probably going to Philly with Taya and them. There you go.
And she's back.
This shit George dropped remind me of Geno Smith.
Didn't somebody else drop like real far in the draft?
Brady Quinn, Aaron Rodgers.
I'm saying
Malik
recently.
Willis.
Malik. There you go.
Yeah.
But I don't think he got a fair shake either.
No, well, but I mean, he was
Then
projected
they-
going
then
to third round anyway. So
But
Levis
didn't they
dropped the
draft
draft.
Will Levis the year after
Yeah.
him?
well, anybody who puts mayonnaise in their coffee, like I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with you. No, you're right.
Not many.
But he got a deal out of it. So
Hey, man, that's what you get now, boy. A center
course you
fielder.
all right, Detroit.
I hope they pick a punter.
You hope they pick who? A what?
A punter. We don't need nothing.
What if Detroit selected Shador?
Now that'd be crazy.
Who?
That Detroit.
What would
That
they
ain't. But you know what, T? That'd be really telling too, though. Like, damn, you out on golf already after one?
I mean, well, golf just signed an extension, but
I'm just saying, Ben
Yeah.
Johnson ain't even been gone a year, and you already trying to.
yeah, exactly.
He just left.
He's still unpacking his house. Like, come on now.
He's going to be a backup.
Who's Shador? Hey, you never know. He might.
Because where else can he go now where he would be a starter?
I mean, nobody right now in the first round, he won't be a starter. But tomorrow you got Cleveland. Cleveland's got 2 picks in the
I think
first.
that's where he might go, Cleveland.
Yeah, and then you got the Raiders after that.
They got how many picks?
They've got 2 in the first 4 tomorrow.
They got 2.
In the first 4, yeah. Well, because of the trade that they made, so they picked up an extra second round draft pick.
We got 2 in the first. We got 9 and 11 tomorrow, I believe.
How do you describe what's going through you right now?
You know what? If I'm the Jets at 42, I try to trade up to go get him.
To go get who?
Sanders.
Really?
That's a steal in the second round.
To back up Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Well, Justin Fields,
I mean-
he's only got a 2-year contract.
He got a 2-year
I
deal.
was gonna say at this point.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I was gonna say they may be able to opt out after that first year.
Who was he the first safety taken or the second? Malachi.
He's the first safety taken.
First safety.
Pretty good. So y'all would say he's solid. I'm not familiar, so I'm leading on
Oh,
that.
hey, that's a good get for y'all late in this draft.
So is he like good coverage blitzer or like good hands just all overall?
Whatever you need, he will produce.
What it does is solidify that base, with a solid support team. Because obviously you got Hamilton, who's an All-Pro.
Yeah,
I think that just gives you depth. That's what a team like you guys. It's not like I need anything glaring. It's depth.
Yeah, the only thing I was like, we probably would have got the dude before Pierce because we need we do it by committee.
Yeah.
But it would just been like, but it's a passing league, so you can't go wrong with the secondary. You can't go wrong. In this passing league, you got to be able to say, yeah.
Could Detroit take a backup quarterback?
Yeah, but I think they would do it late. I don't think they would do it now.
Yeah, I agree.
All the injuries they have, boy.
You know what? This would be a good place for Will Johnson to go because remember they got rid of a lot of their DBs too. So
yeah, he's still in the green room. This could be his spot.
That was a long behind hallway they had to walk down to get to the stage. Jeez.
Hey, you know what? That walk from the visitors' locker room down to the stadium is long. It's like really long. It sucks.
Here's the commish with the selection.
That was like it.
Williams from Ohio State.
With the 28th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Interesting.
You guys are crazy out here. Oh yeah, but,
Boy,
I don't.
getting money, boy. Back in the day, the draft, they used to have on regular suits. They got on big chains and
Oh yeah.
suits, and times have changed.
Also, don't look like they 35. You remember the NBA? All everybody brother used to look like the spinners or the OJs coming out that one. Like people all over the world. But now, I don't know if y'all seen this. Golden State's Jimmy Butler has been diagnosed with a deep glute muscle contusion, and his status for Game 3 against the Houston Rockets is in serious jeopardy. League sources tell ESPN.
Hey, that's a good gift.
Just put a shot in your ass and go play basketball, man.
That's a great gift for the Detroit.
Go get a shot.
Go get a
Go get a shot. If it's a contusion on his around his lower region, he can get this fatty tissue. His tissue.
What you say, Kev? Do what now?
Nah, but just saying to Butler, just get a shot and go play.
Hey, all I know, they got some good massage parlors up in San Francisco.
Come on.
What I hear.
Nope.
That's what I hear.
Nope.
Hey, you know what's hey, you know what's crazy? I was just in Medellin. I just got back from Colombia, Medellin.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did not partake. My younger did though. I did go the Hedoism in Jamaica. That's a different story for another day.
Not
But
have sexual relations.
I did not. Hey, are we live? Is this a recorded line? Nah, I didn't even. Yeah. Nah, but the Hedoism, that was before the lady I got now, so that was a free agent. That don't count. Y'all can't hold me accountable. Y'all can't.
But Myth, just go like this and get all the glitter out your hair. Just go ahead.
Hey, first of all, she was purty. She was a nurse at night. I think she's a great human being. What's her name? I don't know, but that ain't. He said, "Just do like this. Just take the clip."
Hey, Shannon, did you check her ID? I'm just checking. I'm asking.
Shannon over. Oh, get out! Oh. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, speaking of,
Yeah, they called it. There, suspended.
he stepped away.
But he was asked to go away.
He was asked to, he was asked to go away because why? That's the only thing you took a break from. You need a break, you take a break from everything.
Well, I mean, he ain't even listen. He copy and pasted him through on his X page. He ain't even had enough to write. I mean, like to make it like he wrote it out. He took like a little. Somebody must have wrote it for him. He copy and paste the whole thing. That's where his head is at. Like he probably didn't even write that.
And you taking off till August?
Yeah, he hopes he's back in August. That's
ESPN until August.
Yeah,
well, that's what he said.
They say NFL preseason.
He better hope they ask him back in August. That
that's a long time to be gone and think you just gonna bounce back.
He's going to go travel the world.
He'll probably still do nightcap, I'm sure.
He's going to go to Europe.
He could do nightcap.
But that's what I'm saying.
Club Shay Shay.
They made
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. What's going to happen with Club Shay Shay? That's going to be interesting. Yeah.
They made him step away because if you need a break, you're taking a break from everything, not just that one thing. You only work.
Yeah, because it's a bad look if you still. Yeah, it's a bad look if you over here like but yeah. Yeah, he should just enjoy something.
He's going to be Club Shay Shay over in Amsterdam. Coming live from Amsterdam.
He's going to interview himself.
In the red light.
I've been said that. I said that.
Yeah, they was like, what happened when Shannon Sharp got to do an interview with Shannon Sharp on that couch?
I said, Shay
Hey, Laportier.
But when Monique was like, you can't mess with these young women, Shannon. He was like, I gotta live my life, Mo. I was like, that's all right.
You're gonna live all right.
You was already doing it. She told you that.
Live to pay another day. Live to pay another day.
He's gonna pay something.
He would have been better off just messing with one of the Kardashians.
Oh hell no.
Facts.
He would have made money with him. You're right. They would have doubled his, tripled his, quadrupled his money.
And he would have been worse.
They would have got hooked on drugs, but that.
Hey, the finest of the finest.
You see how Kanye acting right now?
But Kanye was crazy anyway. He didn't need a Kardashian to go crazy. So
That is true. All the people that they got involved with had something wrong with them. Before they got involved with them.
exactly.
Like Lamar Odom, he already had a drug problem. He just did it before. Well, I think Sheena can actually come out of this as long as no other people don't come out.
Oh yeah, John Moran is out of the game, ruled out after flying attempt to finish a fast. Yeah, he be doing all that high flying, brother. You got to be more technical and cautious, man. Like him and Jalen Green, it's like, brother, you can't be.
Who?
John Moran. They said he exited the game.
What, he got hurt?
Yeah, he got hurt. All that high flying stuff, that old kamikaze suicide pilot.
Bro. It's not gonna last long with all these theatrics. Play basketball.
Oh, they got Josh Connerly. Okay,
that makes sense.
This boy do everything that make me think he want his career to end early. I don't know.
They got to work on that jumper, man.
They say he's pretty good.
Yeah, he is. I mean, they're beefing up that old line.
Smart. Yeah, especially what's the name if they Jaden Daniels still got to put on some weight. That boy's still skin and bones. I
wonder what the odds in Vegas are for Travis Hunter to win Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year.
You say based on right now?
I wonder what the odds are.
Who knows?
Good question.
But he got his wish. He gonna get to play both.
Yep.
That's why he was happy he went to that team. They might not have did that somewhere else.
Duval.
He's from near Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And he's from
Florida. Now he can do all the fishing he wants to.
I was so happy his dad was there, though. That was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
They had to tell his dad business like that in the media, but
of course, come on, you know they're going to, regardless.
I know, but God, good Lord. Just say his dad gonna be there this time and keep moving.
Right.
Oh, the court allowed him to come, but he only nice. That's just too much. I see that girl was still there.
Oh, they getting married.
In Tennessee.
But she was sure to celebrate him this time. You didn't give him nothing to say.
Who y'all talking about, Travis?
Yeah.
She probably would have. I don't want to go to Florida. She probably said some slick too.
Well, she ain't let us see it this time.
Wait, but wasn't she? She was with him at Jackson State.
Yeah.
So it's an upgrade. Are you kidding me? It's an
She's
upgrade.
been with him since high school.
Yeah, it's an upgrade. Are you kidding me?
Or something like that.
You went from Jackson State to Boulder. Now you're going to
no, they met in high school though.
Yeah.
They was in college.
Yeah. He just followed him everywhere.
As long as he's happy, as long as they're happy, I don't care. Good for them. Let's go enjoy Duval.
Yeah, I hope she just keeps the main thing, and don't let social media gas her up on some goofy stuff, man.
But they had got off.
Florida boys gas her up.
Maybe they'll stay off. Remember, you stop hearing anything. He deleted his social media and everything.
You know what? Good for him.
Well, Deion didn't think so. He said when you're a target, you got to keep moving.
Yeah, but not everybody's Deion, so.
No, Travis wasn't handling his social media well.
I mean, they have those long, tough, man-to-man cover guys, jump ball skill, winning the catch point down the red zone.
Hey, who y'all gonna take? All the Georgia picks are gone. Who y'all gonna take?
I don't even know.
I'll tell you this.
What do y'all need?
When you win the Super Bowl, you know.
Okay, so what do y'all need?
Mentality, that same kind of toughness as a cat. Balls. But that's a good point. If you talk about fit, though, all those guys, I get it from a standpoint. If the medical checks out, Will Johnson is better in that strong determined defense. When they want to have
He was pretty
talking about, yeah, talking about too high, cover forward, cover that.
solid at every position.
DB maybe. Offensive line is solid. D line is pretty solid.
They may get somebody to go with Caleb. I mean, they may get Caleb Johnson out of Iowa or something. To go with that, is it Dalvin Cook? Yeah. No.
Yeah, get around that, yeah, 'cause they ain't signed Dalvin, and he's probably gonna hold out.
James Cook, yeah.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
How we a deal to get Jalen Ramsey.
You just did a deal to get Jalen Ramsey?
That's what I read today.
Hey. A physical corner.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe exactly what you need, especially when you got to play
Corner, safety.
The Commanders. They got a couple dogs with them.
Brother came out there in a suit.
Hey, my man's shoes hot though.
I know. I was about to say that. I saw the shoes too.
Oh, dang, he got a little money.
Y'all got some money. That's what I'm saying. Nice, I mean.
Yeah. Them clean though. I like those.
Ooh.
You see the turtle?
Hey,
You see him?
With the turtleneck and the chain?
Showstopper.
That boy.
What pick is this?
Who you think he is? Tom?
Bills.
What pick we on?
About 30.
Oh. So 2 more to go.
Yep. Hopefully they make him quick.
Yeah, because I'm tired.
I'm not.
It was at 10 o'clock where y'all at? 11? 10, 11?
It's 11:30.
It's only 8:30 out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you too. 8:30 is a 4. I ain't gonna lie. I gotta stretch out a little bit. You know.
They did go corner. Yeah.
It's rough on the West Coast, man.
I know it's still early and it's warm.
But we got the warmth now. We good now.
Yeah, but y'all can get snow any day now too. So don't even go there.
We cannot.
Well, that's pretty cool. Graham is still there. Damn, he's been there a while though.
But it's warm here. It was 80 degrees today.
Oh, that's dope. They send the guys back there so they stab each other up. That's what's up. That's dope.
That hot pink suit.
He moved up.
Philly ball.
Trade alert.
Damn, who they trade with?
Is this it? Is this it? Oh no.
Eagles are now on the clock. Who they getting?
Eagles, we was 32.
Y'all done switch with Kansas City.
Yeah, y'all switch with Kansas City.
Who's up one?
Hey, you can never doubt Howie.
Why would you trade up and they just put belts at?
Well, you know what? Sometimes Suave that what happens is that they have a particular person that they want, and Kansas City will they may call Kansas City and they're like, well, by the way, so and so wants to move up as well. So
they apologize. Hey, sorry about the Super Bowl, but
sorry about that.
Sorry, we put belt to ass, but can we trade?
Closing quarterbacks to complete 41% of their passes, throwing 20 yards downfield or more last year. That was 24th.
Sorry, we killed all of Kansas City's parlays and dreams, but
yeah, I got to say, Brady, talking about the ability to recover and to see the size, look at that 183 pounds. That's the
He
concern.
looks pretty. He looks pretty tall.
It's a tough.
You see, I'm trying not to do what Kev is doing.
Ooh,
Anticipate first one to
y'all might go after Will Johnson title.
Yeah.
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all do that, that's hard. Huh? Huh?
What position does he play?
Corner. Another corner.
With the quarterback having vision on the quarterback, he played that to the best of his ability.
So y'all really think Will Johnson injuries is the reason for this?
I think so.
Will
But,
Johnson
you know,
injuries.
I think he's only had 1 or 2 injuries, but you know, still, he's a good corner. He's really good.
You saw that number 7 who he ran down from Texas. That's Isaiah Bond now, and he ran him down and made that play on that big post where he was beating this dude. He was able to run it down.
Shador, you got to do this all over again tomorrow.
Refining route recognition.
He's so happy. That's awesome.
We're here to face the first round.
Yeah, see, I mean, all you're giving up is a 5th-round draft pick to move up one.
Verizon Business brings us down to the stage where Molly has Mac here.
Just help him out there.
You were going to practice.
Hey, Myth, Tom, check it out.
Good. They almost lit me
All right,
up.
we're gonna leave him alone. We're gonna let him go.
What?
On that battle.
You ain't see Kev knocked out?
You were known as
Nah.
Not
at Kentucky. What is Buffalo?
These little pictures are hard to see.
Landon, what's up?
Go ahead, man. Get your rest, dog.
Not Landon.
Nah, he ain't. Nah, Kev ain't no Landon.
He called. That's what he just said. Landon, what's up?
And so now Harrison is
Have a little drool coming off to the side.
You ain't right.
Man, do your thing, dog. Get your rest.
Super Bowl just a few months ago. Now
I heard that Landon blocked Swab on everything and put out a restraining order against him too. So
Because he was sleeping in the bed?
trade in just a moment.
Yeah.
So on the clock, and we're getting ready to finish up.
damn, it be your own people, huh? Like, damn, Suave.
Be your own kind too.
he just
Landon
laughed.
was crashing out. He was crashing out. Dish it out. Can't take it. Is that what happened?
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know, rolled in the bed with the G.I. Joe sheets. Got mad at us. Like, dude, what are you doing?
He
Middle of
was
the
laying in
afternoon.
the bed while we were recording.
He was what?
He went and laid in the bed.
Yep.
He with the
Like
iron
literally.
for my.
Yeah.
Like imagine you getting in the bed right now and just laying like you about
Exactly.
to go to sleep.
With some Hello Kitty sheets. Like, come on, Landon.
Hey, that boy Suave. Oh, you a freaky.
I paused. I was like, wait. Hey,
Hey, yo.
he was like, I don't know. Maybe he just
You're ruining my reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Tito, give me some tissue.
So we could have just laugh it off and just take the L and laugh like everybody else. Like,
Exactly. Just laugh about it, but nope. He got all butt hurt.
and then he blocked you.
Oh yeah, he blocked him.
Yeah.
Restraining order.
Wait,
The whole
wait,
deal.
He really blocked
Wait a minute.
No.
He really
Did-
blocked
don't-
you?
was he like this?
I don't
He was-
think so.
So he was like, he looks like a swap.
I
No,
don't
did he
think so.
block you, Suave?
Oh, thanks, Swab,
No.
for the Jada pick there.
Hey,
Oh, and this Jada
You're
picture.
welcome.
nobody told him to be laying in the bed looking like Billy Porter. Like, come on now.
Damn, you know what? Come on, man.
Plenty of what Kev said, plenty of fish.
Golly. That's exactly what he said. Damn.
It was just funny.
Carol?
Like, are you laying down?
Exactly.
This
Whoa,
fool said
like, what are
Billy
you
Porter.
doing? What are you doing?
I said, Landon, don't ever do that again.
Had the tissues by the bed. Had a little Lionel Richie playing in the background.
Come on, man. Would you please?
It was Suave.
Hello. It's me. He had a Luther Vandross compilation going on.
No.
The chair is the chair.
Exactly.
Really? Kev? Come on, man.
Oh man, that was funny.
house is not a home.
I was in here dying. I'm like, is he serious?
Yeah, he was dead.
Somebody come in right now.
Kevin was like that scene in Airplane where everybody was just lining up taking a shot at him too.
The priest.
Oh. All right, let's see what they got.
Is the Eagles picking?
Yep.
The pick is in.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Shador Sanders. Oh, hell
De'Jon
no.
Campbell.
That'd be like on the next time, on X-Men. That would have been like a cliffhanger. Like, boy.
The Kansas City Chiefs have traded the 31st pick to the Philadelphia Eagles.
We know.
The 31st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Philadelphia Eagles select Jihad Campbell.
Oh.
Dang, they didn't go get a Georgia kid this time? What?
All the Georgia guys were gone, so they went.
They're all
They went
gone.
to Alabama.
The hide who?
Them Georgia kids like, what
Mike
the
Campbell.
Jahai Campbell. He's a good ball player from Bama.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
Is he outside linebacker or middle linebacker? What type?
A little bit of both.
Yeah, he's a hybrid.
Hybrid, okay.
He was like, "Woo! I'm not gonna be sitting in the green room tomorrow."
Thank God.
I know you gotta be nervous as much as you like, even if you he going to reigning and defending.
I only pack one suit.
Who else is still in the green room?
Probably. I think Will Johnson's still in the green room, right?
Will Johnson's
Is
the
he?
only one left. Yeah.
And what about the safety from South Carolina? Nick, what's his name?
In the green room still?
I don't know if he's in the green room or not.
It's an athlete. It's another weapon they can add to their defense, which lost some guys up front. They lost Milton Williams. They lost
He looked a lot taller than 6'2", though.
He plays bigger than 6'2" as well. I mean, he's a good ball player.
Because when they say 6'2", I was actually surprised. I would have thought he's 6'4", 6'5".
All right, Roger, you're holding the hug a little bit too long. Stop it.
He ain't gonna want to hug him when he get fined.
Exactly.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. You get that first FedEx package in his damn locker. He's like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Because his cleats wasn't green, they was cream. Oh, hell no.
Your socks were too low.
Right. We don't play that around here, son. There you go, Saya. You got a linebacker. Yeah, learner from what's old boy named Braun. He might be all right.
I'd say Hall of Fame without question. She asked. Nobody doesn't matter to get a Jihad Campbell. Like I said, I had to 21 and not fit for the injury.
He actually do a little bit in that pick.
And like I said, big boys
Just doesn't have enough hair.
Exactly. Wait till it's completely
Wow.
Shoulders are 100% before you get him back on the field, and they can wait it out. You mentioned Howie Roseman. That was the Eagles' NFL High 11.
Y'all trying to create a nasty little defense.
My brother got a vest on with the YN energy is crazy right now.
with the taco meat out.
With the taco meat out, boy.
The taco, baby.
Boy trying to
He's staring into that lady heart.
that boy trying to get sacks and sell packs. Will you see him?
Hey,
You told me
did his barber cut him?
body experience. What is it like standing up
I'm
here?
not-
Newest
He
member
did.
of the Eagles.
The hell he doing?
I say, E-A-G-L-E-S. There we go.
Eagles. Well, he didn't say Eagles at the end. So.
He didn't say he-
It's Alabama, so
Like if you're gonna spell it out, just go.
he went
all the way.
to Alabama. You gotta forgive him.
Oh damn.
What, Kev? They don't have spell check down in Alabama? Is that what you're trying to say?
Come on, man.
Suspect. Come on, dog. Shador be okay, man. Listen, this is fun.
Oh, he's gonna be fine.
And it's a great gamble for it's a great gamble for the Browns because who was their first pick?
They took
Mason
they
Graham.
went to 5. They
took a guard, right?
Yeah, Will Campbell. Was it Will Campbell?
No, they took they took Mason Graham.
Yeah, Mason Graham. Right.
So who do the runner-ups get now?
So plus, and they got extra draft picks. So
They got a bunch of picks.
If they're able to get also if they got the first pick. If they're able to get Shador at the first pick, that is a great gamble.
Yeah.
That's a great gamble.
Great value too.
Great value. But damn, I just don't want him in our division. Damn.
Just let him be, T.
Swab, you know what? You're good at helping people out.
Oh, of course. I did it to Kev when that boy was dozing. I'm like, just let him go.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate it, man.
All right, man.
Always, man.
Holla at you, bro.
Y'all have a good one. Right on, right.
Holla at you. Oh, they
Well,
both.
let's see who the chefs take.
Let me holla at you. What's wrong with you?
They both was getting good Z's.
Oh, that's a good pick.
He was
They
just
needed
injured.
that.
He was just
So what-
injured.
So what is that? Is that 3 or 4 Buckeyes that went?
No, 4.
Yeah.
3 linemen and a receiver. And I'm sure the rest of them will probably go tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Look for
You
Kyle
got
Williams to go off the board early too.
Who?
Washington State, the wide receiver Kyle Williams.
Well, I think the wide receiver out of Iowa State is going to go early too. He's pretty good. And you know both those running backs, Swab, are going to go tomorrow probably.
Hopefully the Bears get one of them.
Nah, the Bears are going to mess up and take somebody else.
We didn't ask.
They're going to take a kicker.
We didn't ask them.
They're going to try to get McAfee to come out of retirement.
I'm getting out of here. I've been struggling
Yeah.
the last couple hours.
All good.
All right, Tom.
Appreciate
All right,
you,
see you,
man.
Tom.
Take care.
And then there was 4.
Yep. All right, good people. We'll holler at y'all. Myself, 950, T Jones, Taya, the artiste. We'll talk to y'all later.
All right, y'all be good.
God bless.